It's so stupid, it's positively brilliant.
The Brilliant Reports Podcast.
Greetings, Charlemagne the God here. One half of the Brilliant Idiots. Our guy Andrew Schulz is in Japan. Chris says he's lying to the people. What's the name of the sushi place that he went to? Jiro. Where it's $1,000 a table or something like that? Two people, $1,000 a table. Supposed to be the best sushi in the world. Andrew Schulz is on Instagram saying it's garbage. I can't say that he's lying. I just know that whatever everybody likes, Andrew will not like. That's just the way he is. But Miko is here. Miko Grimes.
Hi.
And my guy, Intern John, is back.
Yeah, what up, Jim?
We don't plan any of this stuff, by the way. Taylor been asking me all week, you know, who I'm gonna have on the podcast, I'm like, I don't fucking know. Who? Who else is coming? No, Taylor. Who else is coming? Who else is coming?
Good for the music stuff.
Who else is coming? I'm not gonna be here by the time Wayno gets here. I might be though. I don't know. Salute to my guy Wayno. Wayno's here already?
He's about to be here.
I thought he told me he wasn't gonna be done till 12:15, 12:30.
That's what it is right now. It's 12:05.
Oh, all right.
Keep up.
Okay, I will be here when Wayno gets here.
Jesus.
By the way, listen, Andrew, I was with a TV executive yesterday, and he's sitting down eating, and he goes, "Yeah, I owe Andrew some flowers." And I'm like, "Why do you owe Andrew some flowers?" And he said, "Because my girlfriend that I'm really into, that I'm really into right now, like she's with me because of Andrew." I said, "Really?" And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, Andrew stood her up one night. He was like, she already had her hair done and she was dressed, and so she called me, and so we went out and we've been together ever since.
Lit.
And I'm like, she told you that?
Your second choice?
Word. Yeah. That wouldn't hurt your feelings?
Why would it hurt your feelings? I mean, it's honesty. Do you guys don't like the truth? Is that what it is?
Listen, I'm all for the truth, but I don't understand the point.
She probably didn't know they were going to be together forever. She probably called somebody that she knew was good company, possibly good dick, just to vent to about her shitty night, and boom. One man's trash is another man's trash.
I'm not cool with that.
You up text at 2 o'clock at bar close? Like, I think girls know what that is. I mean,
Yeah.
You know it's like, okay, everybody else didn't work out. I'm going to throw my dick your way.
Yeah, come on, man.
What's the problem? Why can't we reciprocate, keep that same energy y'all do to us?
No.
That you up text at 2 a.m. goes both ways, men and women.
But I'm not telling you. The only reason I'm texting you is because every other girl passed on me.
Zone. It wasn't. I'm sure it wasn't like that. It's probably a friend zone situation.
Well, they've been together ever since.
Boom. That's all that matters.
And he said he's gonna send Andrew some flowers.
Flowers, though, is weak.
Yeah.
Nah, that's flowers is weak.
When I told Andrew, I was texting Andrew yesterday, telling him, and he was like, "Damn, she was cute too." Okay, where do we start, man? I don't want to start too heavy, but I feel like we have to.
Go ahead, get it out the way.
Only because I have very bad anxiety about stuff like this anyway. This is the reason I don't like to be in too many public places where there's a lot of people. Intern John, Chris, y'all might be like two of the only white men I trust, like to just be, I'm serious, to be around. Because I just don't know when white males are going to flip the fuck out and start shooting everybody. I'm being dead serious.
No, I feel you. I feel you 100%.
I don't get it.
It's just what it is. This country has always been like that, though. The white man is always, no shade, but the white man has always been the terrorist in this country.
That is a fact. I don't know what, and it's the craziest thing in the world to me is how they have convinced the world that everybody else is a threat except for them.
Yes.
Explain your people, John.
I can't explain that. I've always thought it was like weird, like when there always is the mass shootings, that it's usually a white guy in schools, and there's no question as to why is that happening. So obviously, it's either we're hiding other shootings, or it is just that. And if it is just that, why aren't we figuring out why? Like, what's triggering that?
Well, the reason you can't figure out a why is because everybody uses these things to their own political advantage. So whatever agenda they're trying to push, they put behind these mass shootings. Like, I can watch Fox News and agree with some of the reasons they think the mass shootings happened, and I can turn to CNN and MSNBC and agree with some of the reasons that they think that the shootings happened. And guess what? None of them are wrong. No. Like, I think it's whack for people to be trying to dismiss the mental health issue. You know what I mean? When they're like, white supremacy is not a mental health issue, I can debate that. I think it's pretty stupid and
Absolutely,
pretty insane to not like somebody just because of the color of their skin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's easy to influence somebody who's already dealing with some type of pain, who's already dealing with some type of hurt, some type of trauma.
Yeah.
So you feel like racism is a mental health issue?
I've always thought that. I'm sure I've said that on this podcast a million times before. To hate somebody just because of the color of their skin.
It can't just be learned behavior?
Some of it is learned behavior.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
Yeah, that's what I think. The majority of it, I think that there's obviously people that have mental health issues. Some of them are, a little bit crazy. I remember a lot of the stories coming from white men just mad that a girl dumped him and wouldn't talk to him and then they shoot up. That sounds a little mental, but when you say you're shooting people because of their color, their skin, I don't think that's a mental health. I think that you are just an angry person and you were taught this type of anger and now you're going out and displaying the anger instead of just verbally talking about it. Now you're doing something about it. I don't think that's a mental health issue.
But don't you got to be a little off to be that influenced to go do something like that? Like, don't get me wrong.
That means racism is off. That means you're off if you're a racist. Like, that's what that means.
To walk into a Walmart and just shoot 20 random people. Yeah. I think you need a psych evaluation immediately.
Especially put your own life away then, like go to jail for the rest of your life. You can hate people without getting locked up yourself. You know what I mean? I think I agree. There's a little bit like something's got to be off to like, I don't even care if I get shot with this or somebody goes to jail. I don't give a damn. I'm going to do. You can hate from the sidelines without getting in the game. You know
exactly.
I mean? You can buy season tickets to the hate and hate from the booth, but you don't got to be on the field tackling people.
Exactly.
You know I think something's got to be a little.
That.
It's a lot of people that hate people in 2019, but they're not trying to harm them. They're not trying to hurt them. I think when it gets to that level of you want to harm somebody, you want to hurt somebody, and you don't care what happens to you because you know it's a good chance you could get killed. Yeah. At the least. Yeah. Right? Or get killed at the worst, spend the rest of your life in jail at the least.
And your family have to explain it that you were the one that raised.
Absolutely.
They had no idea. Like, that's like, I couldn't even imagine. I get embarrassed like talking shit on the radio of my mom. I can't imagine if she had to like deal with an actual like crime. Like for the rest of my parents' life, like you're the one that raised the idiot.
I saw somebody say something like that. They was blaming it on the parents. I don't know if I could put all the blame on the parents.
I feel like there's probably signs, but you probably wouldn't assume it. And what other signs?
There's like, especially as a mom.
Nobody's raising their child to be a mass shooter.
You can actually raise a child amazingly, like in a great way. You can do everything right, and they can still be a fuckhead.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or they could just snap at some point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I can't dismiss the mental health aspect of it, but I'm not going to dismiss, what people say when Donald Trump was saying the movies and the video games. Like, American culture is violent.
It's violent.
Yeah.
We've been from the beginning. That's how they took the country.
Yes.
Violence. That's the history and the culture of this country is violence. Taking things, killing people, doing what the hell you want, changing the laws. That's why I laugh whenever I hear people talk about immigrants in this country. Like, this whole country is built with immigrants.
Absolutely.
Like, how do we even say who shouldn't and can't be here? How this country is the one country that I feel like shouldn't be able to do that. We should make ways and laws and rules, and we have to control the population in a way, but to say that an immigrant can't come over here when this land is stolen is ridiculous to me.
I agree with you, but like I said, mental health, racism, bigotry. What else did I fucking say? Mental health, racism, bigotry. Oh, the glorification of violence in America. And the fact that there's too many motherfucking guns on the street.
Yeah.
America's created a problem that they can't control anymore. Ain't no putting that toothpaste back in the tube.
Nope, you cannot.
That's over.
Anytime we try to regulate anything, it's always made things worse. Like Prohibition brought on the mafia, the war on drugs. Like, even if you want to take the guns off, how are you going to take the guns away?
And you know what? I don't agree with taking the guns. Let me just be
I love
clear.
my two-way rights.
What I do agree with is taking assault rifles and automatic, weapons that shoot 100 bullets in 2 minutes. What do we need that for?
Yeah, I don't understand. Even when motherfuckers say they need that shit to hunt, why the fuck you tearing up all that good meat with a goddamn AK-47?
I don't even believe in hunting either, just so we're clear. I don't. It's because to me, this is how I feel.
You eat meat, right?
No.
Oh,
eat eggs?
I eat crab every now and then. But listen to this. Think about this for 1 second. You're a lion, you're a deer, you're whatever, minding your business in your habitat, and somebody gets to put on camouflage and sneak shoot you. What I would respect about hunting is if the animals got an alert to know humans are on the premises, you can hunt their asses too. Make it an even game.
I'm pretty sure lions hunt humans.
No, I'm saying like
I'm
they
pretty
should.
sure if you take your ass in the jungle, you're not coming out.
They don't know when they're being hunted. They're minding their business.
No, I don't believe that.
And somebody shoots them.
No, you ever been hunting? Them deers know.
watched it.
No, them deers
I've
know.
watched
Yeah.
it.
No, deers know what time it is.
But I feel like it's not fair to shoot an animal that's in their own natural habitat, minding their business, trying to live their life. That's not really gamesmanship to me. It should be equal play. The animal should know you there. It should be an understanding, and they should be able to hunt your ass too equally.
I can
And
see
that
why
would
you say
make
that.
hunting legal for me.
I can see why you say that, but
You
ain't
can't
never.
put none of that camouflage on. You can't hide in a tree. You can't do none of that. You walk your ass out there with your gun, and whatever you kill, you can get it back. Get it back, but that's sucker shit to me.
I hear what you're saying, but you ain't never had no deer hash. If you had some goddamn deer hash, you ever had some deer hash?
If you got it the right way, meaning you went out there and you didn't do no sucker shit and hide yourself and camouflage and you got the deer, cool. But I don't see, that's almost like a sucker punch. Imagine nigga saying he
you're right.
beat your ass and all he really did was come from behind and punch you without you knowing. Did he really whoop your ass? Is he a better fighter than you?
Does he taste good?
He
though?
definitely whipped my ass. I mean, he didn't give me a fair
I
opportunity.
mean, it's not a fair opportunity.
Yeah,
That's how I see hunting, honestly, and I don't think
feel
it's
you.
fair.
So if that's the case, they shouldn't have a gun then.
I know.
You should have to kill the
You
animal.
should
with
have
your
killed
hands.
whatever's out there in the wild, whatever's out there, because that's what they're doing.
That had to happen at some point in life.
Like clubs and stuff. And that's how they made like the
Yeah.
spears and stuff. Yeah, but they can smell you though. That's the other thing. Like my brother goes hunting, wears deer urine, so they can't smell his ass. I'm like, that's a little too far.
See, that's
No,
just
deers
you
know
going-
when you there. Deers be on
you
alert.
going way too far to kill some animals that don't even know you there. It's just too much.
How long you been vegan?
I'm not a vegan.
What are you?
I live a predominantly plant-based life.
Talk to
is
me.
what I call
Break
it.
that down for
Because
me.
vegans eat Oreos and Twinkies and all types of goofy shit like that. I don't eat any of that
Because
stuff.
you told me some wild shit earlier. You told me that fucking eggs are period.
Yes.
Chickens, period.
Yes. You were like, why are eggs healthy? I don't understand why it's not healthy. And
Oh, but
I said to you, imagine your girl, she has fallopian tubes, right? And she drops an egg each side every month they alternate. That egg is the yolk of your egg.
So why can't I
that you
scramble period blood then?
eat. You can do whatever you want.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
You can scramble the lining of...
Try it. I bet you could. I bet you if you put some butter on the pan and take a tampon, squeeze the blood out of it, I bet you could probably scramble that up. Go
That's
ahead.
a good social experiment.
Go
Not
ahead.
today.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying in general. I would like to see if you can really scramble the eggs because I don't believe that an egg is a chicken's period.
It's the same
Yeah.
thing. It's actually an egg that a chicken is dropping to have a baby. It's
don't
the
know
same
white.
thing.
That shit don't come out of y'all, does it?
That's the blood, the
No, it goes
lining
in.
that we shed in our vagina and our uterus that comes down. That's the egg whites.
I'm talking about the shit you can crack. Like take the white shell.
Yeah, we're not in a shell though. Like it's different. You know, you gotta think a little bit. It's
And
the
babies
same.
don't come out of eggs.
Yeah, our babies do. Yes, the chickens become. They become.
No, I'm talking
chickens.
about human babies don't come out of eggs.
No, because we carry them in our stomach. This is our egg.
Yeah.
This is the shell right here. Boom. You want to see my C-section scar?
I see one every day. My wife has one.
But this is our shell right here. That's essentially what it is. I mean, it's cool. You can keep eating them, but you don't. You don't need eggs.
My guy, he told me that eggs are. Hold on, this is Dr. Sebi's grandson. He said eggs are no good for you because they create mucus and it causes high blood pressure.
And mucus is the first for any disease is a mucus. It starts with mucus. Any disease.
That is a fact. That
and
I know.
So if you're gonna eat mucus, things that cause mucus, you're increasing your chances of getting a disease. Period.
But it tastes good.
That's like dairy, milk, butter, cheese. All that is mucus.
I don't like dairy. I don't like dairy just because it makes me shit.
I
I feel like anything that makes me shit isn't good for me.
I don't eat dairy because it came from an animal. No other species drinks milk from another mammal besides us. Who else does that? No
That's
one.
true. Listen, breast milk is so good too,
Ain't it?
bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
What?
fire.
Wait till you get a girl pregnant and you have some
Fire.
kids. That shit is so good.
What's
One
it-
of my favorite things to do is like when my wife don't have her pump and like we out of town and I get to suck the breast milk myself. I love it.
What's it taste like?
It's like kind of sweet.
It depends on her
Okay.
diet.
Yeah.
It all tastes different, but it depends on her diet. So if she eat a lot of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, it probably won't taste that
so it's
good.
like come for a dude then, like the pineapple thing.
Yeah, kind of. But
Whoa,
people
whoa,
think
whoa.
they eat one.
Listen, let me tell you something.
It's like come for a dude.
Yeah, like guys' nut tastes different based on their diet. You shouldn't know that. I know
Pineapple
that.
allegedly makes it. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard you eat pineapples and your
Yeah,
But let me say something about the pineapple. People think they eat a couple of slices of pineapple and suddenly their shit is different. No, it's a lifestyle. You have to be consuming these fruits and things over time. It's not like, oh, I'm about to fuck so and so today. Let me drink this pineapple juice.
I'm sure it don't work like that.
No, it doesn't.
I like when my wife drinks a lot of liquor because you know when she drinks liquor, she still got to pump because she's not gonna get that to
she
the baby.
can't. Yeah,
I get to suck that out.
You nasty dog.
Breast milk good as a motherfucker.
Yeah, but
man.
you nasty. That you be
And
like
that shit make you feel strong.
Ooh, I'm getting
Jamal
some of that
Lewis used to
titty
do that
juice.
stuff when he was playing for the Falcons. He would drink breast milk after workouts.
If you're gonna drink any milk, it should be from the titty. Think
Yes.
about that.
And it make your dick hard.
People will literally drink cow's milk, a stranger cow they don't know. But if you pull a stranger titty out somewhere and be like, "Suck this," they'll be like, "That's disgusting." But you drinking cow's milk, what's the difference?
Yeah, I can't do the cow's milk. That shit get me to run. I can't do ice cream. I can't do none of that shit.
You shouldn't be.
No.
It's just not for us.
And breast milk does make you feel strong. I promise you, it's like your energy shoots up after you drink it. Like you feel the difference in your body. Like
It's mother's milk.
yeah.
a squirt gun, or how does it work when you suck on it? Does it take a while to get going?
You just suck it
right
like you're
there?
sucking the
No,
titty.
as soon as you
I haven't done this since I was born.
As soon as any my nipples getting hard now. That's funny. As soon as anybody,
girl.
As soon as the baby or even your man comes near your breast when you're breastfeeding, or when your breasts naturally react and will start to like squirt naturally.
Yeah.
Like anytime my son wasn't even sucking, if I just held him by my titty, it would just start leaking because it can sense him there.
Oh, wow, okay.
And it's like it tells the body like it's time to feed. Whenever you can feel that energy. It's weird.
And I think it gives you a different connection with your woman. That's why the kids are so close to the mother because they was on that titty.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same way with a man because I get jealous when I see my 11-month-old sucking on the titty now.
I'm done.
I'm dead
You
serious.
had to work for that shit.
It works for Why she just get to get that whenever she wanted?
She needs nourishment. She needs to grow up.
That is
this
true.
is important. You were already a grown up.
Why do we do that? Why don't we drink more breast milk?
Because we're stupid, because we're brainwashed, because the Food and Drug Administration has told us that cow's milk gives us all this vitamin D and calcium, which is the dumbest shit ever. You can get way more from plant-based food.
By the way, that's been proven so fucking false over time.
What? Yeah.
That milk don't do a body good.
My son got wrote up. My son got wrote up in school one day, and he came home. He was so scared. He thought he was in trouble, and I was like, "What the fuck did you do?" And he was like, "The teacher said that I was being disruptive." And I was like, "What happened?" They were having a nutrition class, and she told them that if you don't get a certain amount of ounces of dairy in your diet every day, that you can't grow up big and strong. My son has never had dairy in his life. He's 8 years old, and so he raised his hand and was like, "Oh, that's not true," because he's the tallest kid, biggest in the class, and he's like, "I've never had dairy." And she said, "Oh, that's just because you're allergic. This doesn't count for you." And he was like, No. So he wouldn't let her get away with it, and so she said that was disruptive, that he kept trying to correct her.
That's you goddamn right.
So I went up there. And I told her, "Your little write up, rippity rip. No." He checked you. Get your facts together. I understand you have a curriculum you have to teach, but when it's false and a child checks you, you just got to take that L.
That's my problem with America, too. When we go so hard with these mass marketing campaigns, but won't admit when we're wrong. Like, where's the campaign that's telling people, you know what, milk doesn't really do a body good?
Yeah.
You can't destroy the milk industry. You see what happened to Oprah when she tried to destroy the beef industry. Remember that episode back in the day?
I would bet that the milk industry probably is already destroyed. That's why if you go in the grocery store now, maybe I'm tripping, because maybe that's just what I'm focused on. I see more almond milk and other types of milk.
But that's because they're finally allowing, like, you never see those commercials and stuff, though. You don't, because they won't allow them in the industry. They won't allow the commercials.
They got the silk joints, the silk almond milk.
You don't see that. You don't see those commercials.
I think I've seen almond milk ones before.
Yeah.
Barely.
Maybe. Yeah.
Barely.
Not as much, but a little bit.
Barely. And that's because the milk industry is like, get the fuck out of here. We're making too much money for y'all to come in here and try to take this money from us.
Fuck milk, bro.
Fuck it.
What else we got, Taylor? Run me down. I need a refresher. You said what?
She said it's right in front of you.
Do we give a fuck about ASAP being home?
We can talk about it.
I wouldn't come back if I was ASAP. Why would you go back to Sweden? Alex ain't going back to Sweden.
I know Alex better not.
Why the fuck would you go back? Oh, he was locked up in Sweden.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Like recently?
8 months ago.
I wanted to ask you something, Alex. Grab the mic, because I wanted to ask you something, right?
He said, "Oh man."
It don't have nothing to do with your butthole. Listen, do you think ASAP got preferential treatment?
No, he had to deal with everything I did.
Okay, so how long were you locked up?
28 days.
Yeah, he was locked up about a month.
And
So
they charged me, but they gave me time served.
Got you.
Same thing they did.
Same exact thing. So he got no preferential treatment. None of the Donald Trump shit.
No, that didn't.
Didn't help.
Okay.
I thought it was gonna hurt. Actually,
Did you tell Andrew that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's in contact with that team.
Oh, okay. Because Andrew's kind of acting like Trump got him out.
no. You know how he is.
Yeah.
Nah. How do you feel about the stuff he said? That there's so much controversy about him saying, he lives in Malibu and Beverly Hills. He don't care about, Michael Brown, and that's not his world. How do you feel about him saying that and then wanting the culture to stand for him and ride for him when he's in a similar situation?
Well, I don't know if he asked the culture to stand for him.
That's just what was happening on social media. It's like, how come nobody's like, free ASAP?
I didn't like his comments that he made about Ferguson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for me, that whole situation that happened in Sweden wasn't about ASAP Rocky. It was about justice. So if you're a human being that stands for justice, it don't matter who is for or who is against. Those aren't even my words. Those are Malcolm X's words. So it's like I didn't care that he made those comments. What happened to him in Sweden was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And that could be any black man in any, any situation like that. So I wasn't standing up for ASAP Rocky necessarily. I was standing up for what was right.
But can you see the correlation though? Mike Brown, that could happen to any of us.
Yeah, and maybe ASAP will realize that now.
So you feel like this kind of taught him something?
I don't know. I haven't heard him speak. I would hope so. I would hope that after spending 30 days in Sweden and seeing how black people came to your defense, you would know, bro, whether you agree with what happened in Ferguson or not, don't go against your own people. I'm so sick of that shit. I'm so sick of people cutting off their nose despite their own liberation. Like, that's what they're doing. Like, they're really going against your own liberation, the liberation of your people. When you see somebody fighting for somebody that looks like you, don't get in their way, because they're helping your dumb ass whether you realize it or not.
I know you don't watch the NFL, but...
I do watch.
Watch. You know who Champ Bailey is?
Yeah, I know Champ Bailey.
Champ Bailey just was inducted.
I told you I don't watch the NFL.
I don't know that you do. I never really see it on your social media.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fanatic.
I know you are, but that's Dallas Cowboy. That doesn't mean you watch the whole NFL.
I do. I just fell back this year because we was fake protesting.
The Hall of Fame happened this weekend, and Champ Bailey, in his speech, he said he just basically talked to all his white players in the NFL and friends and everything. And he said, whenever we tell you our stories, believe us. He had a whole speech, but the most important thing that he said was, black people, if someone is campaigning for us, riding for us, trying to do things to help us, and you don't agree, just shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
Forever.
up. Mind your business. Go that way. Like, why do you have to say you're against it or you don't agree?
Because they gotta look good in front of Massa. They gotta show Massa. Massa, I ain't like them, Massa.
Yeah.
I'm not like what you doing for us, Massa. You keep this
I
soup
appreciate
on,
you.
Massa, and you let me
give us
stay in
all
this bed.
the best parts of the pig.
That's all, Massa. I don't know them over there, Massa. I'm cool over there. I like it over here. We gonna get them, Massa.
Yeah.
It's a guy. Salute to my man Colin Kaepernick. Salute to Nessa. We was all sitting around the other day, and they put me on to this Haitian rebel. I don't want to misquote the story, but it's a Haitian rebel named Bookman. And what Bookman did when he was rebelling in Haiti was one of the first things he did was start killing all the sellouts.
That's what you got to do.
He knew the main thing that was keeping them from liberation and being free was going to be his own people.
Yeah.
And he went around killing all the goddamn sellouts.
Yeah, I wish we were still living in those times where you could just kill somebody like that, because now we have to just now we have to just say, you know what, we can't take everybody with us. You got to try to ignore them or push them off to the side, but they still can talk.
They still can talk.
We can't
man.
kill them now.
It's even worse that they can talk because they're on platforms sometime.
Big platforms.
Big platform where all of America hears them. And they're like, oh, things ain't that bad because I saw that nigga on Fox saying this, and I saw that one on CNN, MSNBC saying this. So people don't take our plights seriously sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it takes people in certain positions to say, no, this This is still what's happening right now. You know?
Today.
What do you think of your people, John?
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I'm listening. I'm
John
listening,
is over.
learning.
I liked him already. You know what I like about you? I've just met you today, and we having real nigga dialogue right now.
Yeah.
And you are observing like a motherfucker. Like,
They're
you
trying
ain't
to
over
learn.
here trying to, like, it's just, I like that people, whenever somebody's hearing two black people speak and they're not black, and they're engaged and they're observing, you know, the situation and everything, I like that. I feel like you're learning right now.
Well, when it's him and Wax, though, I turn it off. I'm like, I'm not going to learn anything from this shit.
Listen, no, I want to tell you what this is my homegirl Maggie Olsen. She's a principal in Milwaukee, white woman. You know what I'm saying? Another white person I trust. There's some white people I do trust. She said this earlier today, and I thought this was real. She said, white supremacy is real. White people cannot be silent. We must be the strongest voice in fighting it.
Yeah.
And I truly feel that way.
That's the only way it's going to change is white people have to, because this is, we don't have enough. It's like, it doesn't matter what we say. We need them to acknowledge it and fix it.
We didn't create that
this
shit.
problem.
We didn't create it. So how can we be the motherfucking solution for a problem we didn't create? Like, it got to be white people who know better than their forefathers did.
Yeah.
And they got to restructure
out.
and change this shit.
But that's why I don't know if you agree, but that's why I feel like desegregation was our biggest downfall as a people.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Because you know what would have happened if we would have stayed, you know, segregated? Black people would have had the most poppin' towns.
Poppin'.
Let's be clear.
I talked about
Best
it on my
food,
podcast, yo.
Best dressed.
Yep.
White people would have still loved our culture.
all the clubs, concerts.
They'd have still been trying to come
Yep.
to whatever they would have called it.
Schools.
What do you think they would have called it?
Everything, huh?
They would have still been calling it Little Africa or whatever. They'd been coming.
And
You
we
know
would
what I'm
have our
saying?
own culture. We've lost our entire identity in this country. And I do believe a lot of us were born here.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't all come over here on slave ships. But what was taken from us is our culture. When you look at, like, I drove through New York today. I live in LA. I live in Florida. Every single town in America has a like Koreatown or Chinatown. Ain't no Black town. Ain't no Africa town. We don't even have our own little networks in other cities, like city to city, like other cultures. We have lost ourselves completely because of desegregation.
Yes, and I think that not only would have this, I really think we would have the strongest communities, especially if they would have kept things the way that they were when, like, the Nation of Islam was heavy in certain communities. You know what I'm saying? And teaching people knowledge of self. You know, I think that we would have had the strongest communities. But like I said, I think that everybody would want to come to our shit.
Yeah.
Because just like how they steal our culture now and love our culture now and embrace our culture now, they would want to be around the cool shit.
Yeah.
We would have the coolest towns in the world.
It would be fun. And when you say, you know, you wish, like when I say like desegregation was our biggest issue, what people take from that is, oh, you hate white people. No, I don't. I feel like we would have all been fine like that. I think that white people and black people would have respected each other a little differently. Yeah. They would see us, our flourishing community, so they wouldn't be able to say black people are lazy or you guys don't work, you don't want to do anything. We would police ourselves so you would see how we regulate each other and how we treat each other. That doesn't mean that I don't want to communicate or congregate or even engage with white people. I just want them to see us how we're supposed to be, how we were before we were brainwashed into believing we're nothing.
And by the way, every time we've tried to build those communities,
they burned them down.
White man has burnt them shit down. Yeah. Literally. Black Wall Street. I can't remember the place. I can never remember the place in North Carolina. Was it Bronzeville in Chicago? But I can't remember.
There's been about 4 or 5 lynchings of our communities to let us know that they could do that whenever they want. No one's going to jail for it. There's nothing.
Well, wait till they make the Black Wall Street movie. That's why movies are so important, because, you know, niggas don't learn no other way. Let's be for real. Like, if it ain't entertainment, if it ain't memes and entertainment, like, people just don't learn, especially black people, right, in a lot of cases. So it's like, wait till the Black Wall Street movie gets made and you see this thriving community. I think a lot of us don't even realize that was a thing.
Yeah.
Our own lawyers, own doctors, dentists,
schools,
hospitals, schools, like, and white man did what he always do, send the white woman in to fuck it all up. For real, that's what happened. White woman screamed rape, and they went around looking for the people that raped them and raped the young lady, which never happened, and they ended up burning the whole motherfucking town down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my paraphrase of it. But,
Yeah, okay.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, I
watch
think.
it.
Yeah, I
It's
think
not a movie. Hasn't been
it's
made
not-
This
yet.
is being. Oh, I think it's
Oh
being
yeah,
made,
yeah. You know, you can
currently.
read about it though. You
Yeah.
can read about it.
Yeah,
Black Wall
Wall
Street.
Street.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's gonna be
but
a last movie.
I just hope it's done right. I hope that it's done properly, because my biggest issue with a lot of our stories is they're not. We're afraid to be real truthful, like all the way. We try to soften it so that it's polite. I want it to be brutally honest, like real.
I think they've been doing that lately. I think it started with Birth of a Nation by Nate Parker.
Yeah.
You know, and even though y'all got Nate out of here for no goddamn reason.
I was so mad about that.
You did the same exact thing. You got Nate out of here. Nate was like the first Me Too times up situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was the Nate Parker situation was so crazy to me because that whole situation was a black liberation story. Like, first of all, the story of Nat Turner is a black liberation story. But how Nate Parker raised the money himself to shoot that film was a black liberation story, right?
Man.
And it's like, yo, we really let this system. First of all, they didn't want that story to be told, because that's the last thing they want y'all to do is liberate yourself financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. They want you to be dependent on whatever this system has taught us. So it's like, when you saw that happen with Birth of a Nation, and I had a lot of different people, man, hit me up, like higher ups, and say, yo, this movie's coming out. We got to get behind this movie. Yo, we got to protect this guy. They're going to try to lynch him, whatever. And then they hit Nate Parker with, oh, he's got a white wife.
Yeah.
I didn't get too much traction on social media. A little bit here and there. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I want to see Birth of a Nation. The next one was, he made
raped somebody.
No, that wasn't even that was the third one.
That was the third one.
The
Yeah.
second one was he made homophobic comments back. And I'm like, this dude been doing movies for 17 years. And all of a sudden you want to bring back his homophobic comments? They brushed that back. But then here came, he raped somebody. In
Which he didn't.
college. Which he got found not
guilty like a
of,
motherfucker.
and freaking buried him. That's
They
it.
buried him with
He's done.
something that he's not even guilty of.
And listen, everybody was saying that he was too defensive when he would do interviews. You gotta think, he was the first. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those first
Yeah.
Me Too
It was tough for him.
times of cases. And if you know you're innocent and you've been found
Hell yeah.
not guilty, you
Of a
like,
heinous crime.
I
Yes.
wouldn't have even responded. I would have been like, suck my dick.
and you also, this is happening at the biggest moment of your career.
Yeah.
You done busted your ass for
You done
years.
raised money to make this incredible
on,
movie.
man. Sold
and
it
now
to
they
Fox.
bringing up some shit from college that you were found
Come on, yo.
innocent of.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I still don't know how we fell for that one. I mean, honest with you, I don't know how the culture fell for that.
You know what I learned? We as a culture, like, we try to come together and do all this stuff. We try our best to get our people on the same page and to do shit right. And we can never do it. But the one time we can come together is when we want to cancel one of our own fucking people.
And
That's crazy.
You like the white man, the white man, John's people.
Yeah.
Got Nate Parker the fuck up out of here, and we fell for that
We
shit.
fell for it.
Like, fell for it. Birth of a Nation got buried.
Yeah, that was a great
I think it's still
movie.
on Netflix now, if
That
I'm not
was
mistaken.
a great movie. I cried in that movie. And I'm a thug.
But listen,
You know what I'm saying?
that movie automatically made you want to liberate yourself.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form. You're like,
Yeah.
man, fuck that. I would rather, die for something as opposed to just go through this type of treatment. And then once again, that man raised his own money. So imagine that would have been a success. Imagine that film would have did
That would
did
have made
$100+
other
million.
people want to raise their own money to do their
And tell our own stories.
And they shut that down.
Come on, man. Come on. But
Shut
I
it
think
down.
Nate Parker did it right. I think Ava DuVernay definitely does it right.
Yeah.
To me, Ava is the best
Storyteller.
Yes, when it comes to activism through art, there's nobody better than Ava DuVernay. Because every time she puts something out, it's a game changer. Like, think about when she put out the 13th
13th
documentary.
Amendment. Why do you think she's not getting? Is it because she's never done anything cancelable? Like, why haven't they come for her? Like, it seems like she's gonna keep doing this.
Ava?
Yeah, because no one's coming for her at all. So she's free to keep on doing it.
I mean, honestly, I don't know what happens behind the scenes with Ava. I'm sure she has a lot of difficulties in Hollywood. I'm sure it's not easy for her. I know when Wrinkle in Time came out, they tried to. You saw people like coming at her, acting like the movie underperformed and this and that. She's not capable of doing X, Y, and Z. Blah blah blah. It's just like everything not gonna hit.
Yeah, it's not all gonna be a home run.
No, my daughter loved Wrinkle in Time. Wrinkle in Time wasn't for me. It was for somebody my daughter's age. She's 11 now. I think when we saw that, she was like 8 or 9. So I don't. I don't know. Put it like this: it's never too late. So I can't sit here and say they're not gonna come for her.
Right.
It's never too late. If it's one thing that we've learned, it's never motherfucking late.
They will dig some shit up on you for.
But here's my thing: I don't. When the attacks come, you got to be prepared for them. I just don't like when they use us to attack us.
They do. That's the way to get us. Is through us.
Yeah.
That's the game because. That's why we get canceled. It's us.
Ain't nobody getting canceled though.
I mean, what you canceled, air quotes, canceled.
Yeah,
you know,
really got canceled. Like R. Kelly.
Bill
Who?
Cosby got canceled.
Hell no, OJ thriving.
OJ chilling.
OJ
on
been
Twitter
thriving
talking.
since he killed them two white people.
OJ on Twitter talking so much shit.
OJ thriving.
From a golf cart.
OJ ain't by the way, OJ ain't never lost. When did he lose? When he went to jail probably that one time?
For stealing his own stuff.
And then when he came home, all the media is right back on OJ.
Yeah.
It's like white media is obsessed with OJ because they can't believe that nigga got away with that shit.
They're mad.
I'm serious.
That was one of our wins as a people, honestly. When he got away with that murder, which I still don't think he did.
Really?
No, I don't.
I love you, Miko's so black.
Yep.
You know how black you got to be to not believe. Fuck that. OJ didn't do it. I ain't even that black.
You know, I don't think he did it.
Really?
I don't.
Tell me why.
I personally think his son did it.
I didn't know OJ had a son.
I know either.
OJ got a son?
You know what?
Jason?
Let's move on.
How old is Jason?
Hey, Jason's a chef. Jason's a grown ass man.
So he good with knives.
I was gonna say,
Yes, that's why.
Really?
There's a story behind why his son probably
Break it
did
down. This is the brand new.
It's alleged. I don't want to. Yeah,
it's good.
but alleged-
Drop it.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Justin.
There's actually a documentary about how
He
his
look like he
son
would never harm a
actually
white
did
woman.
it.
He look like he don't want nothing more than to be in the arms of a beautiful Nubian white queen.
Nubian white queen is sick. Yeah, but there's a documentary about it, and I did a little bit of research, and there's people that actually believe his son did it, and he low key is covering for his son.
Really?
Yeah, which makes him honorable in my.
I don't
opinion.
believe that.
How old was his son when this happened?
Probably in his 20s.
I wouldn't take the fall from my kid. Like, nah.
The son was?
No.
See, that's that white in you. See,
I'm not going to. If he kills somebody? Hell no.
Wait,
Listen.
his son was 20?
Hold on.
Yes.
That was Nicole's son.
Well, they have kids together. You know that, right?
Hold on now, I'm tripping. Justin wasn't Nicole's son. They should say he was Nicole's son.
The theory is it's the first son.
The first son.
By the first wife.
Yes.
So it wasn't Justin.
No.
Yeah.
I thought the kid's name was Jason, but I don't remember.
Man, OJ did that shit. And if he didn't do it, he knows what the fuck happened. So that
he
still makes
definitely
him
knows.
guilty as shit.
Definitely knows.
But I didn't look at that as a win.
For us,
Nah, I didn't look at because when you see.
let me tell you something why it's a win, Charlamagne, because I watch white men get away with shit all the time that they're guilty of. You just look at just the fact that the pharmaceutical companies are doing all these, you see the commercial. Did your family member die of this or this? Well, we're giving away money to you because the pharmaceutical company has been found guilty of putting chemicals in the pills that your family member took. Nobody's going to jail for that. Like, there's millions of people dying every year over pills that are prescribed by our doctors, food that is approved by our Food and Drug Administration, and no one goes to jail. But as soon as a person that's not a billionaire, that doesn't own a Fortune 500 company, is not on a Forbes list, commits a crime, they got to go to jail. Why?
So you're saying if OJ was a pharmacist, he wouldn't
He'd be just fine. If he was a billionaire running this country, I believe there's like 8 or 9 billionaires running this country. If he was one of them and he killed his wife, no one would care.
Yeah, but I guess the only reason I didn't look at it OJ as a win is because when I saw the 30 for 30, I realized like OJ really wasn't down for us any motherfucking
wasn't.
way. Like OJ didn't give a
He
fuck about
wasn't.
black people. So
Nah.
I don't like when mainstream America when he does some bullshit, he's black. But when
I feel
OJ
that.
running the ball and in the soup commercials, he's one of us. He's not black. He's OJ.
Yeah,
I don't like
feel you
that
on
shit.
but
No,
he's
y'all
still
keep
a
that.
nigga.
Y'all keep him over there.
He's still nigga. I don't care what he said.
And that's the
He a
problem.
nigga.
Niggas going at the end of the day, you gonna eventually get your nigga wake up call.
Yeah.
And be reminded that you are still a
Look
nigga.
what happened to Tiger Woods. He got his nigga wake up
No,
call.
he didn't. He still asleep.
But still, no.
That nigga don't think he black.
Tiger Woods was condemned. He lost his entire career because he cheated on his girl.
And guess
a
where
white
he was
woman.
at? Guess where he was at early this year, getting a goddamn Medal of Honor
Yes.
on around his neck
That's
from Donald
fu-
Trump.
yeah.
That's his guy.
Yeah.
Man, Tiger Woods don't give a fuck about black people. That's
I'm
why, when Tiger won earlier and everybody thought I was tripping, when he won early this year and I saw all the black people, this black excellence. Since when?
No.
Am I that old that I'm the only one that remembers Tiger don't fuck with us?
It's golf excellence is what it is. But what you have to understand is it's difficult to say, but it doesn't matter if somebody's not like OJ, he didn't like us. Tiger, I'm not black, I'm cobbling Asian, whatever he said. He's still a nigga to me. He's still a nigga in my eyes. I don't really care if you ain't claiming your niggerdom. You're a nigga.
Yeah.
You know, and so for me, I still support black people. Regardless, even when you lost a little bit, it's not a support. It's
tough.
more of an understanding. You know,
It's tough.
I try not to turn my back on my people. I try.
Wayno, do you support
try.
niggas at all costs? Oh, Wayno just walked in. Get the mic. Get the mic. That's how I feel.
I feel that.
Wayno just came in, A&R of Asylum Records, co-host of Everyday Struggle. Wayno, this is my man, Intern John.
What's up, man?
This is Miko.
Pleasure.
We in here having a conversation about niggers.
Niggers.
And,
I'm leading it, so
Yes.
It's-
What did he say? I didn't hear him.
you
What did he
see how
say?
his head turned?
I said I was leading it. I was leading the conversation.
Oh, no, you're not.
His
What's
head
up, my
was
brother?
like,
How you
what
doing,
the
King?
fuck? Hi, Wayno. I'm
What's
Miko.
going on?
We was talking about Tiger Woods specifically.
Tiger Woods.
And I remember everybody got so excited when he won whatever the fuck he won a couple months ago. And
The
he's like, oh, he's
Masters.
black excellence and this and that. I'm like, Tiger don't give a fuck about us.
Yeah, I don't look at Tiger Woods as a black person.
Me neither. I'm sorry.
I'm just keeping it 100.
Me neither. I don't give a
Respect.
fuck how many masters he win.
Masses.
Whatever. I don't look at I don't think all, and it's gonna sound crazy, I just don't think all black people are created equal.
You're correct.
Nah, I'm
You're
keeping it
correct.
100. You ain't wrong in that aspect. It depends on what context of what we talking about, but you ain't wrong. Like,
No, like and it's somebody like R. Kelly. I don't think R. Kelly getting done wrong.
No,
And by the way,
he's not being done wrong.
he might be the first person that really got canceled. Like
Is
in
he
a
canceled,
real
though?
way.
Not really.
He's not
still a little
canceled.
bit like cleaning at the bottom of the pot with him.
It's
like,
all fat women. And the only people still hanging on to R. Kelly is fat women. I promise you. Go look at the people in Brooklyn who's supporting him.
But what
People
do you
that still come to
consider
their shows.
canceled? What are you considering canceled though? Because to me,
nothing's shaking.
his music is still streaming so crazy.
It's not though, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because people is looking for the
Yes.
clues in that shit.
Yes.
I've been heard all
his
that shit.
music is streaming. Like every time his name is brought up in the media, his Spotify numbers jump.
But you know what's crazy? Everybody who like is attached to some sort of murder or some sort of case, like every time there's some news story on them, they get popping.
They
like,
get
they shit
popping.
is trending and everything.
Yes.
You know what I realized about R. Kelly? I didn't really like his music that much.
Really?
I never, me neither. I never like.
I didn't realize
Maybe
that till
it's I'm
all
a
this shit
girl.
happened. Like I can live without R. Kelly's music.
I can
Michael
live
Jackson?
without it.
No, y'all
yeah, I
kiss
can
my ass.
live without it, but I like his music.
I'm not into it like that. Like there's no R. Kelly song I have to hear. Like, and I realized my favorite R. Kelly song was "I Wish" remix because it makes me think about a lot of my partners that got
Yeah.
killed. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's a dope tribute song from when somebody died. But there's nothing else I really love by R. Kelly.
R. Kelly used to have me jamming. Like I have a party with him, and I can have sex to his music. Like he got a lot of different lanes with me.
You can still have sex to R. Kelly's music?
I mean, I don't anymore, but I did. I have memories of it from the past. I don't really need his music anymore.
And
There's so
12
much
play
other
ki-
new music.
12 play was kind of trash, bro.
I only liked "I Believe I Could Fly." To keep it 100.
The
Like,
only R. Kelly song ever?
that I love, yeah, because it was around the time when Michael Jordan had retired. I used to watch Space Jam. I used to get sad about that shit.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean?
real
Like,
life.
but no bullshit. Like I never liked his music. Like
Not
as
Gigolo?
a kid. Gigolo.
Come on,
Nick Cannon. Nah, but I really never really liked his music when I was a kid. It was something about him.
How old are you, Wayno?
I'm 36. I'll be
Okay.
37 this year.
I'm 44.
Okay.
So I
got
feel
me.
like we're right there, but I feel like
Gotta be your little brother.
I was
Hanging around with your little
a
brother.
grown up before you. Like you know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Like
Absolutely.
Oh, please,
so
Miko. You fucking niggas Wayno age right now. Well, not now, but you have. I'm trying to play him like he young.
my husband is his age.
Oh, see?
Exact age, yeah. But this is the thing. Like we watch old Jordan. They replay the games on NBA TV.
Yeah.
And there was a game, and it was in I think it was like 90 or 91, there was a game we were watching, and my husband was like, "Oh man, I remember I was 8 years old, and when this game was happening, I was begging my mom for those sneakers, and I was sitting there like, oh my God. He's like, what's wrong? And I said, I was in high school giving somebody buckets in those shoes, and he was 8.
Wow.
And I was just like, that's so crazy. Like, but you see what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right now, our age difference isn't that much.
No,
but
but
when
I
you
get what
go
you're saying.
back,
I be talking to people
it's
like
different.
I have conversations with people that I'd be like, they was born in '96 and I graduated junior high school in '96. I'd be like, I started high school in '96. I'm like, damn, you wasn't. So you didn't see the 72 and 10 Bulls? Like,
Yeah.
you wasn't there for the Tupac and Big. Like, I met a kid that he was born. I think when Jay and Nas was dissing each other, like,
Yeah,
he was born
it's crazy.
One of my artists was born in 2000.
I was supposed to graduate high school in '96. I ended up
What
graduating in
happened?
'98 in night school.
I graduated in 93.
Shit.
I didn't
I'm
graduate.
older than
I got
you.
kicked out of high school. I got kicked out of GED school.
What'd you do?
I kicked out of GED school. I was
You got to be a terrible human being. to get
Yeah,
kicked
how
out.
did you get kicked
Nah,
out
you
of
know what it
GED
was?
school?
At the time, I was getting a couple dollars, and like I felt, ironically, I had a pair of Jordans I had just bought, and I fell asleep on them. And the teacher was like, he asked me to answer a question, and I got up and I looked at everybody. I just walked out the class, like I just,
Oh my God.
because I was so embarrassed that I fell asleep. I just didn't want to like. He purposely asked me like to answer the question because I was
Yeah, you
asleep.
was asleep.
But I just felt so stupid. I was like, man, there's nothing to do other than walk out the class. Like,
And you never went
Jesus
back?
Christ.
nah, I never went back.
So you never got your GED?
I got one. I paid for it. I bought it.
Respect.
So you don't, I didn't know that. I didn't know you could buy a
Respect.
GED.
You can buy anything.
You could buy anything. You could buy a
anything.
college degree, everything.
Yeah.
I want to hold up. First of all, R. Kelly 12 play is trash. I just want to throw that out there, right?
I
And I
don't
want to tell
really
you
care,
why.
so it doesn't bother me.
It's 12 songs on the album.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
Your Body's Calling,
That's a
Banging,
jam.
Bump and Grind,
Jam.
Homie Love a Friend. It's cool. It's dope.
Yeah.
Seems like you're ready.
Jam.
Freak That Body, trash.
We-
I Like to Crotch on You, trash.
I like the crotch.
That's a real
Yes.
song.
That's
That's a real thing.
Summer Bunnies, trash.
Aight.
It's okay. For
Yeah.
You, trash.
Trash.
Back to the Hood of Things,
Trash.
Sadie, dope.
Dope.
Sex Me Part 1 and Part 2,
I like.
and then Untitled Song.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
50% of that is trash.
That's what I mean. When you go back and you look at some of these
Yeah.
projects, like we love these records that was so big,
Yeah.
but I can live without R. Kelly's music.
You can.
Yeah, I can
I
live
think I
without
could
it.
too now that I think about it. But from back in the day, I have so many memories with his music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't listen to it now. Like I find myself singing it randomly. Like I will definitely start singing. It's the remix to Ignition is hot.
So what's the dick you got off some R. Kelly that made you just like
Yeah.
always think about
Some
that
of
shit?
it,
Seems like
weddings,
you already made me think of,
parties, you know,
Players
like
Club.
cookouts, you know, barbecues. It's a lot of those things, not
Yeah.
just the sex,
Yeah.
you know, but you think about weddings, you know, family reunions. That's how our culture, we came up like that. My
I ain't
era
fuck with R.
anyway.
Kelly like that. I don't remember R. Kelly at no cookouts and all that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I didn't.
I did.
Now, step in the name
but
of
you know
love,
what?
yo.
Let me say this. My family's from St. Louis. So Chicago
Steppers.
and St.
Midwest?
Louis, that's
yeah.
us. So that might be why as well, because my family is big R. Kelly
I
fans.
mean, we not gonna act like he's not talented, but that doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
I'm just cool on his music. Period. Like,
Listen, this situation showed me I don't really fuck with R. Kelly's music like that.
Yeah.
Now I want to pay some bills and I want to come back and talk about college degrees since we mentioned them. All right. Mack Weldon is better than whatever you're wearing right now. Mack Weldon is a premium men's essential brand that believes in smart design and premium fabrics. They believe in smart design, premium fabrics, and simply shopping, all right? Mack Weldon believes in smart design, premium fabrics, and simple shopping, all right? They have a line of silver underwear and shirts that are naturally antimicrobial, which means they eliminate odor. Still need to wash your ass, though. And not only does Mack Weldon's underwear, socks, and shirts look good, they perform well, too. It's great for working out, going to work, going out on dates, just everyday life. Mack Weldon wants you to be comfortable. So if you don't like your first pair, you can keep it, and they will still refund you. No questions asked, all right? Pick up some Mack Weldon today and get 20% off your first order. Visit MackWeldon.com and enter promo code Brilliant Idiots. That's MackWeldon.com and enter promo code Brilliant Idiots for 20% off your first order. But I do want to say it's summertime, and that means prime ice cream season. Now, I know that a lot of y'all are lactose intolerant out there, but if you all going to take some chances with some dairy, take it with some Ben & Jerry's ice cream, all right? What's your favorite Ben & Jerry's ice cream, Miko?
The vegan one.
They got vegan Ben & Jerry's ice cream?
I believe so. I believe they have a vegan now.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have a favorite Ben & Jerry's ice cream, Wayno?
yes. Half baked.
What the fuck is half baked?
That sounds like it got weed in
Cookie,
it.
all right?
Nah, it's chocolate. It's chocolate vanilla swirl with cookie dough in it and like chocolate chunks and white chocolate chunks. That shit is fire.
John, what do you like?
I got a few Ben and Jerry's.
Scotchy Scotch, Ron Burgundy stuff. It's like butterscotch.
Ron Burgundy.
But Will Ferrell has his own like ice cream with like Ben Jerry's.
Oh, Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, Ron Burgundy's with the character. Yeah.
I thought he's meant Ron Jeremy.
But treat yourself to your favorite flavor anywhere ice cream is sold, or find a new favorite at benjerry.com. That's BenJerry.com. And also, The Brilliant Idiots is brought to you by Hims, okay? Don't sweat hair loss this summer. Do something now while you still can. For Hims.com, a one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness. For men, Hims connects you with real doctors and medical-grade solutions to treat hair loss. These are well-known generic equivalents, okay, to name-brand prescriptions to help you keep your hair, all right? No snake oil pills or gas station counter supplements. No waiting room. No awkward in-person doctor visits. Just answer a few quick questions and the doctor will review and they'll prescribe you whatever you need, all right? Stop worrying about sunblock on that little bald spot of thinning hair of yours and do something to help promote hair growth, okay? Order now. My listeners get a trial month of Hims for just My listeners get a trial month of Hims for just $5 today right now while supplies last. See website for full details and safety information. This would cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Well, not hundreds of thousands, but hundreds if you went to the doctor or a pharmacy. It depends how much you're paying for your hairlines nowadays, though. There's some expensive-ass hairlines out there. Go to forhims.com/BI. That's FORHIMS.com/BI. Forhims.com/BI. Now let's get back to the show. Now, what? Oh, tell her come on in. Man, we got a whole family affair going on, right? Okay, Rich Paul.
Yes. Ooh. Ooh.
They have implemented something which
It's the Rich
LeBron
Paul
James
rule.
is calling the Rich Paul rule.
Yes.
What is the Rich Paul rule?
Well, the Rich Paul, since I'm the sports person here, hey, sports reporter. So whenever you are an agent for a player, you don't have to have a degree. Anyone can represent someone. The contract that you have to sign has to have a lawyer, to do with it. But anyone can be an agent. And Rich Paul is probably, I'm guessing, the only agent that doesn't have a college degree, to my knowledge.
I would doubt that. You think?
Yes. The majority of them are lawyers. Most agents are lawyers.
Okay.
He is breaking the mold and basically like my homie about to be my representative now. They're trying to stop that now.
It's not just a college degree, though. Isn't it something else, like some type of certification that they have to have?
No, they actually want you to have a degree.
I know it's the degree, but it's something else too. Hold on, they said it's the degree, the bachelor's degree, and something.
No,
certified with the NBPA for a minimum of 3 years.
Yeah.
You got to take an in-person exam at the NCAA office
all
in
this shit they trying to do just to stop one person, and they hating. They're mad because Rich Paul is out here doing his fucking thing.
He got to be the biggest agent in the game right now, right? He's got LeBron James, Anthony Davis,
everybody,
I think John Wall,
everybody important.
J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson.
ESPN said that he was the third most powerful. Two lists. One, he was the third most powerful. The other one, he was the second most powerful person in the NBA.
Yes.
Yeah, when Sports Illustrated had Rich Paul on the front of the magazine, they said that he's the most polarizing figure in the NBA. Not no executive, not no owner, not no player, nothing.
Because they feel like he's not supposed to be there because he's nobody. He hasn't done the work. He hasn't done everything that everybody else has done to get it. You don't have to if you're LeBron's homie.
Yeah.
You don't have to. They let their people take shortcuts. We saw them white kids, their parents was paying for them degrees. Why can't we do it this way then?
So basically this is the NCAA trying to give Rich Paul his nigga wake-up call.
The Illuminati.
Yes.
NCAA is the real Illuminati, man.
Listen, there's no bigger robbers. There's no bigger rapists. There's no bigger stick-up kids out here than the NCAA. You're talking about an industry that makes billions of dollars and they pay these student athletes nothing.
Yes.
My homie had a theory on this, right? He was like, yo, because remember LeBron never went to college, right? Imagine if LeBron would have went to Duke. You know how much money they'd be making off his college jersey?
Still, in the video games, and all that stuff. Absolutely.
I had Jamel Hill on my podcast, and we talked about if he had gone to an HBCU. If you're going to be used, why not allow an HBCU to use you? Why not? Why are you going to these white schools, that don't give a fuck about you? That truly, if you get hurt that year, they're going to throw you away. And people always like, oh, you get a free education. No, you don't.
I think it's a damn shame that no HBCU has ever had a super popping basketball program.
But I think that the conversation that people don't have is that, like, young black kids, kids that come from poverty that are good at sports are not going for education. They going because they're trying to get out the hood.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And nobody wants to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's the way out for a lot of us. It's like, sports, drugs, rap.
Yeah.
Those are only the major 3 ways that we as a people see our way out. None of us are thinking education.
I tried all 3.
And that's what. Well, I mean, one worked for you. The music,
One absolutely worked.
Yeah.
And that's what Rich Paul is doing. He's breaking the mold because what Rich Paul is doing, he's grabbing these kids and he's like, man, fuck school.
Yeah.
I can't remember the ball player's name off the top of my head right now, but
'Cause
he
you
made him.
don't
He
need-
made him go get an internship with New
Yeah.
Balance, and he ended up getting $1 million and then got drafted this year. What was the guy's name?
I forget his name, but you don't. People argue me all the time. You don't need no college education for real. If you want to be a doctor or some of these things that require that certification, sure. But there's so many different ways you can employ yourself without
Steve
a
Jobs,
degree.
no college degree.
Yeah.
Bill Gates, no college degree. Fucking Mark Zuckerberg, no college degree. Ellen DeGeneres, no college degree.
Wayno.
Wayno. I don't have a high school diploma.
Look,
I mean,
look at the flourish.
I don't have no college degree.
I
That's
do.
why
I
I
got
think
two
that
of
shit
them
needs to
hoes.
change in any industry. I don't even like the fact that radio makes you have to be in school now to get an internship. I didn't go to college.
I played professional basketball, and when I retired, I thought, boom, just like all the other NBA niggas, as soon as they retire, they just get handed a job in radio, TV, whatever. I was told I had to go back to school because I got a pussy. Men get walked into those sports reporting jobs when they retire, but I went back for what?
Somebody told you that verbatim? Like, you gotta
Yes.
go back to school because you got a pussy?
Not because I got a pussy.
That would
But
be
it
wild.
was- but
I was about to say, how much was the lawsuit after that?
I heard when I said to them, so how come I named all these other athletes that walked into jobs and I said they all got dicks? Is that the difference? And they was just like, whoa, like she even said that.
Yeah.
So what was the difference? But I did it. I went back to school, and then when I finished, then that's when I started getting jobs.
I wish I had went to school for the experience, though. I ain't gonna lie. But I dropped out very, very, very young. Like, very young.
Well, yeah.
I
How
dropped
old
out probably like I was 16. I was still in the 9th grade, though. Like, I was fucking up.
Damn.
Yeah,
You
but
was
it wasn't-
behind.
But it wasn't due to my like intelligence. I just like I wasn't able to learn the way like now that I'm an adult and I'm a parent, I see that kids learn so many
Differently.
different ways, and it's like I had teachers tell me like, "Yo, you could be stupid as you want. I'm still gonna get paid on Friday.
Yep.
So you be as stupid as you want to be." Is like
They don't care.
to be a teacher, you got to be a superhero. That's just like being a firefighter. Like you can't just
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
you can't just come in there and clock in and clock
that
out.
shit ain't
Nah,
just
you're
no
right.
regular job.
Yeah.
That shit
Yeah.
takes a lot to be selfless to be a teacher because you really investing in people that's gonna be running shit one day potentially. You can't just play around with that. And a lot of kids, the way I grew up, shit, all my friends was drug dealers at 12 years old. So it's like we not coming outside with a lot of hope and shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
You
and
coming
I
out
didn't
with
want
stress.
that, but yeah, I
I
dropped
think
out very young.
this like one of the first generation of black people who have other things to aspire to be.
You know why?
What I'm saying?
Because we're now creating way more millionaires, and not just millionaires. We don't have to be a millionaire. You could be a thousandaire. Like we didn't even have thousandaires. You know what I'm saying? The generation before me, there wasn't these people that have millions of dollars to pass to your kids to educate them and teach them the things you learn now. We're figuring out ways to make money, create our own income and our own wealth, and now we're able to tell our kids these things, and that's how I feel we can grow as a people. But there's still so many obstacles being created. Every time we figure out a way to navigate through some shit, they put up another brigade or like a block.
They doing what they're doing to Rich Paul right now.
Yes.
But hold on, can we hold that thought? Because I got to get on a call so my kids can be millionaires. Hold on 1 second. All right. So listen, I just want to say what's happening to Rich Paul right now is no different than the long history of government policies that facilitated wealth for white Americans and shut out blacks. That's what I think they're trying to do right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what? It's crazy because I feel that same way about like the whole rule of kids not being able to come out of high school.
Oh.
Because I felt like, all right, too many young black millionaires. You know what I mean? Taking money out of the NCAA's
Yes.
pockets.
Yeah, but not only that, if you got all the top athletes saying fuck high school, let's go right to the pros, then eventually NCAA basketball gonna suffer.
Let me tell you this. Last night I went to Combat Jack's event, Mogul. Last
Never heard
night.
of him. Rest in peace, Combat.
And
My God.
I was sitting outside smoking with Dallas and a bunch of people, and he was arguing with me saying that he thinks that athletes should go to college before
what?
they go pro. And I said to him, this is what I said. I said he had a photographer right there. I said, this photographer, he can right at 18, if he has the money to start his own photography company, he can go be a professional photographer.
Right.
Why do you think that an athlete has to go to college to be a professional athlete? And he was like, they're not ready yet. I said, who are you to tell them they're not ready?
Well,
like
no,
it's not your
I agree with what you're saying, but I mean, everybody isn't right. Everybody not LeBron.
It doesn't.
Everybody not Zion.
But if you are, everybody's not that photographer.
Right.
If you are able to and capable of, you should be able to go pro the minute you're an adult. Make your own decisions
What if
in
you
life.
don't get drafted?
It's a business
Then
decision.
that's on you. That's
But-
what happens to you.
But
That's you see what I mean?
It's a business decision, and business is calculated risk, right? But if we looking at timelines, Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Rashard Lewis,
Darrell Wright.
you know what I mean? Darrell Wright. It's so many examples of kids who have come out of high school and become something as opposed to not. So it's like, even with LeBron. LeBron came out of high school. He's probably like the most legendary basketball, aside from personal opinion about the game. I'm talking about like just overall impact in sports, period.
Stop, Wayno. Stop.
Who is
Really?
then? They come out of high school?
I'm not talking about
you said
game.
come
I'm
out
not
of
talking
high
about the
school?
game. They come out of high school.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's the,
Okay,
and to
okay.
impact
Yeah.
basketball,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's who else made a difference? LeBron is the only person to make as much of a difference in
Yes.
the NBA other than Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan
That's what
left,
I said. I
But
didn't hear
we
you say
talking
out of
about
high school.
yeah, coming out of high school.
Yeah,
But I'm just saying, it's like
We could have so many more of those.
so many more of those. But
They hating.
you know,
And
One,
that's
there was
because-
one other cultural shifter before LeBron, though.
What do you mean?
Allen Iverson.
Oh, well,
Allen
yeah.
Iverson
I mean,
shifted coaching in a different
he
way.
shifted
I don't think nobody has had that much cultural impact than Allen Iverson.
But
Allen
that's-
Iverson,
but Allen Iverson forced a dress code change.
yes,
Yeah.
made everybody want to get tattoos. He made everybody
Tattoos, the
unapologetically be
sleeve,
themselves.
the
and he had a slight
cornrows,
thing in the
everything.
sport with the crossover. But I'm talking about like just affecting the overall sport.
Yes.
Like the overall sport, he didn't affect the sport in the same way that LeBron did. Like LeBron going to a team or staying on a team makes all the difference in the NBA.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Look,
Yes.
that wasn't the
His
same thing for Allen
moves
Iverson.
make the whole league shift.
Yeah,
Everything
everybody
he
waits
does.
to see. All right, what is he going to do?
I don't know if that's the case now.
Oh, it is.
I don't know about
Oh, it
that.
is.
Oh, damn, 1 year off. Like
whatever
what?
team LeBron would, if he would have left the Lakers this summer and went somewhere else, it would be a huge deal.
went to
Wherever he
fucking
went,
Detroit.
they would be saying that team's going to go to the championship.
That's because of media hype, though. And listen, I respect LeBron, but a lot of that is because of media hype.
No,
Because
but
right
it's
now,
true.
like
if
Kawhi
you
Leonard,
put the best player in the NBA on your team, you are a front runner to the championship.
this is the problem with LeBron, though, and I love LeBron.
What?
We always talk about the difference he makes on these teams. He does, but it's not like he's winning everywhere he goes. LeBron isn't like
what do you consider a win?
a championship.
Wait a second. All right, so if that,
What are you talking
wait a
about?
second. Wait a second. Look, Michael Jordan played 16 years, right? 16,
Stop it.
15 years. He won six times, right? Everybody loves to forget that year when Shaq and Penny bust the Bulls' ass.
Can we,
I
talk,
did.
can we talk about this for a second? I love this conversation.
Right.
First of all, 16 years, we're not going to count the last two with the Wizards. That shit don't even matter.
All right.
Okay,
So,
fine.
He actually played 15 years because he played 13 with the Bulls.
13 with the Bulls.
Right? First 7 years in Michael Jordan's career, he was the guy, but he couldn't get out the playoffs,
Right.
couldn't get
Yes.
out the East Conference Finals.
Right.
But when he figured it out,
Which means he got other
when
niggas.
it don't matter. When he
Yes.
figured it out, there was no
Nobody.
doubt of who the undisputed king of basketball was.
Right.
Yes.
LeBron has not done that.
You know there's a reason for that.
Why?
There's super teams
Why?
now.
Oh, okay. Like,
That's
has he,
why.
if he hasn't had them?
He's had
No,
him.
he had one.
He had
and he
one.
won
He had one team.
championships
He had
with
He
one.
won two.
No. He had one super team.
one.
Him and Kyrie Irving is not a super team.
No,
No, I'm not on Miami
Not
Heat.
as-
That's
he
one
won-
team.
And by the
That's
way,
the
one
he's
team.
the guy that got on stage and said, "We're going to win 5, 6,
course.
7."
Nigga, you would have said that too.
No, I
Nigga,
wouldn't have.
you would have.
Everybody said
And, but,
that.
but once again, if you're the best player in the league, right? And
Jordan was the best player in the league, and he still didn't win.
that's not true. When Jordan figured it out, he did not
No,
lose.
he had other people
No.
with him. That
When-
you
by
don't
the time-
discredit the rest of the team
Listen,
that he had
no, he had a squad, but by the
Yeah.
time he figured it out,
Mm-hmm.
he did not lose.
because of the squad
You know why?
change.
All right, so look, because we going real crazy here. We going.
I
left.
love LeBron,
but
I'm just
listen,
saying.
what people don't talk about Michael Jordan is how much he didn't do that LeBron is doing, and I'm talking about to affect
Stop.
not
Well,
not basketball.
you can't do
I'm
that
outside
with
of
Jordan
I know you about to do this.
outside of basketball.
It don't
We can
matter.
have
No,
this
it's
conversation.
basketball.
And I love Michael
We
Jordan.
have nothing else to talk
Yeah.
about but basketball. It does. Like if we want to talk outside accomplishments, that's a whole different
Yes,
conversation.
it is.
It is.
We talking about what's on that court.
What's on the
Yes.
court? Yeah, I mean, listen, LeBron had a chance. He could have 9 rings right now.
He went to the
Yes.
finals
Yeah.
8 times in a row.
8
That
times.
in
8
itself
times.
is a win.
Yeah, that's a win. No,
That's
listen,
a win.
just going to the final. No, going
8
to the
times in a
final.
row.
Charlotte.
No matter
Niggas
who's-
go one time and
no
never
matter
go ever
who's
again
on
in
your
life.
roster, you're going
In
to the
a
finals.
weak ass Eastern Conference, yes, he
Who
should have won 8 and 9.
cares?
It don't
What do you mean
matter,
weak
bro. It's
ass? Just
professional
getting there.
sports.
You obviously don't know what it takes to
Charlamagne,
play.
I'm gonna keep it
Eastern
100.
Conference.
You have
Charlamagne,
no idea.
You can't
Yes.
listen.
In
You
the
can't
Eastern Conference?
lead a team of grown men to the playoffs against a bunch of 14-year-olds right now.
Listen.
AAU team.
Yeah.
I respect LeBron
Right.
James, but this is what I'm telling you. it's levels, right?
Yeah.
It's good, it's great, it's king, then it's God. LeBron's a king.
You saying he's not a god?
He's a king.
Respect.
On the court, he's a king.
I
King
disagree
James.
with
How many gods? I don't like
100%.
putting, but how many gods are
You
there?
gotta die to be a god,
I
in
think
my
it's three.
opinion. Who are the three gods?
Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Kobe Bryant.
Listen, while
Watch
I love
out.
Kobe Bryant,
Watch out.
while I love Kobe Bryant to death, while I love Kobe Bryant, right?
That's sick that you put Kobe in there over
Kobe
LeBron.
is not- listen,
Done.
Kobe is one of the greatest talents I've ever seen, but affecting the NBA, he did not affect the NBA how LeBron affect the NBA.
I see what you mean. You talking
Kobe
about
is
like brand wise.
No, not brand
What do
wise.
you mean?
As a player, as being a difference maker. When Kobe Bryant, he only actually get traded that one time, right? And when he didn't, that shit wasn't the biggest difference maker in the whole league. When he wasn't winning, shit still went on. There's not a time when LeBron hasn't been winning since he's won.
Yeah.
That's
Now, not winning a championship is one thing, but since he's been, 9
but
years.
you know what
of-
hurt Kobe though?
What?
That
With
rape
Shaq
charge,
lived.
the rape charge.
That
No,
Yeah,
the rape
what
charge.
hurt?
They didn't. The NBA would not market Kobe the way they would market a LeBron.
That nigga was averaging
Because
40 every time he went to court. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah.
But that's what they didn't like. He won 2 championships after that. They never
Yes.
put him on that pedestal like
Well,
he's the
he-
face of the league.
Well, because
they never made Kobe the face of the
Kobe
league.
was the face of the league.
When?
Yes, he was. When he
He
won
did
the
it to
championship,
himself a lot of
especially when
ways, too.
he did it by himself, meaning without
No
Shaq.
way.
without Shaq.
We had no
He
choice
was.
but to look at him.
He
But every
was.
commercial was either Kobe, LeBron. Remember they tried to get that shit going, but they
Oh,
never
yeah?
got to play in the finals.
I mean, that was
Because
Nike.
Kobe
Nike
couldn't
was.
get there.
Look, Kobe was there. LeBron,
I mean, LeBron.
couldn't get
No,
there.
you talking about before.
No, this
It was only 1 year.
It
I
was
mean,
like literally-
Kobe's off years
Yes.
was 06 and 07.
Yeah.
08, he went to the finals. 09,
Yep.
2010,
Yep.
2011, he got bumped.
Bumped.
And then it was
Then it
7
was
NBA
down
finals, he
after
won
that.
5.
Downhills.
Yeah, but he also
And he
had.
never got washed in the finals.
He never got washed, but he
Bron
also.
got
Never got
washed in the finals.
Kobe was swept in the finals. What are you talking
When did
about?
Kobe get swept in the
Kobe
finals?
got swept.
By the Pistons.
Yeah, what
by
are
the
you
Pistons.
talking-
Yeah, by the
Come
Pistons.
on,
But
dog.
they
No,
won
no,
one
no,
game.
no.
I think they won one
Yeah,
game.
but no, he got swept.
No, it was the Pistons. Pistons beat them
Was
4-1.
it the Pistons?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kobe.
But that's when
had-
Shaq was there.
Kobe.
But
didn't
Shaq,
have-
he also played with one of the most dominant forces ever to exist.
Won 2
in-
rings after him. Stop it.
He did. Listen, dog, there's no bigger Kobe
Won
fan
2
in the room
rings
than
after
me.
him.
I'm just
After
telling
that.
you.
Kobe is
that-
an incredible basketball player.
Incredible.
Great.
I think Kobe's a god.
He is not a god.
He's not a god, bro. He's not a god.
No.
He's not a god.
He's a
not.
god.
You
He's
talking about
not.
a nigga
Why?
that-
Because, and I love him to death, but why? Because he tore his Achilles and shot a free throw?
No, because he's
Like, let's be for real. Like, is that why?
What
Because
makes
he's
him a
5-2 in NBA Finals. Because he won 3 with Shaq, then won 2 on his own. After everybody
He
said he
didn't
was
win
done.
on his own. Wait a second. Stop
Yeah,
that
that's
narrative,
crazy,
bro. He had
right?
Pau Gasol, who was one of the best offensive threats in the league at that
Yeah.
time. He was one of the best big men in the league.
What was
Yeah,
Paul Gasol
didn't-
doing before that, Wayno?
He was fucking killing at Memphis, and he couldn't win.
It's
He had to get put with.
disrespectful.
Nobody ever
Bro,
thought of wearing
I-
a Paul Gasol jersey
Fuck
before
a Pau
he came to
Gasol
LA.
jersey. Guess what?
No,
Nobody
it
thought
doesn't
As
about
soon
it.
as he got
matter.
traded, they
Doesn't
went to the
matter.
finals.
There's-
As soon as he got traded, they went to the finals.
Because he
Yes.
got with Kobe.
Okay,
Kobe bought out
so
the
he
best
did
in
not.
Paul
Kobe
Gasol.
didn't win by himself.
I'm not finna have
I'm
this
not saying
argument with
listen, nobody
Charlamagne.
wins by
That's what
themselves.
I'm
So
not
what are we
gonna do.
talking about?
All I'm simply saying is it's disrespectful to put LeBron James over Kobe
I think it's
Bryant.
disrespectful.
And do we believe in a will to win?
I'll tell
that
you
some
this,
people
though.
have, that some people don't? That when you know, this is the thing. When you see Kobe on the court and you see Michael Jordan on the
Right.
court, you like, I know they're going to win this game.
You know why you
They're
felt
going to
that
find a
way?
way to win
You know
this
why you
game.
felt
With
that way?
LeBron,
Because
you
they
like, he going to
wasn't
find a way to
facing
lose
no
this
war.
game.
I said, no, listen.
They wasn't facing-
I've watched. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
All right, I've watched every NBA Finals since like 1991 up until today. The best championship I've ever seen won ever was LeBron and
Yes.
them against
Absolutely.
Golden State.
Yes.
That was the best championship
Absolutely.
I've ever seen.
No,
Yes.
no disputing that.
So that doesn't make him a god. Beating a 73-9 team down
No.
3-1,
Down
coming
3-1.
back and winning that chip doesn't put
That
him
was
in
a,
the
that was
god
that was that was a
category?
godlike moment.
Oh, like
Moment.
That
Moment.
was definitely a godlike moment.
Sports is about
that was a
moments.
Michael
Got it.
Jordan, Kobe
Got it.
Bryant-esque
That's why I'm not gonna
moment.
argue with him.
That's the kind of
First
stuff.
championship in
Not
their
gonna
whole
do it.
entire existence.
not gonna do it.
Listen, that's the kind of
Not
stuff
gonna
that I
do
would
it.
expect from somebody who's been marketed the way LeBron is marketed for the past 16 years. Because by the way,
He's lived up to it, though. He's lived up to it.
No. He hasn't. I'm gonna tell you why. It's the media's fault, right? Now I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you a
ahead.
perfect.
I
I'm
wanna
gonna tell you a
hear
story.
this.
This is how I look at it. LeBron never asked for any of that. LeBron didn't ask to be called the next Jordan. He didn't ask to be
He's
called
not
the GOAT,
the
the
next
greatest of all time.
Jordan.
And if they had never compared LeBron to anyone, LeBron would be God like
No, my
that.
nigga, they're
LeBron
gonna
is supposed
compare
to be
everybody for the rest of existence.
Yes.
And he wore the number 23.
No.
He did
Yes.
ask for it.
No.
In the extent.
Jordan, it was his idol. LeBron should be compared to Magic Johnson. That's
I
what he
agree
should
with
be
that.
compared.
Nah, all right.
Not Jordan.
I just
I agree
feel
with
like
that.
every great basketball player needs to be compared. Just like every great rapper needs to be compared. Just like anybody who does anything at a high level needs to be compared.
But the bar that they
you
set for
can,
LeBron.
but it's not. They're not the same type of player.
But you know what the problem
So it's
is?
tough.
Everybody regulates the game of basketball to the last 10 seconds. And that's all. Fuck everything that anybody
the whole
does.
game.
If he don't score in the last 5
That
seconds,
buzzer
he's a
beater.
trash.
but you know what? I seen him do it a bunch of times. Like he's
Yeah.
done it. You know what? Remember the Ray Allen shot?
Yeah.
Nobody talks about that three. Remember that
Yeah,
three?
on the sideline.
LeBron hit a three
the
before.
winner.
On his tippy
Bron hit the
toes.
three before.
Yeah, before
Nobody
that.
talks about
but
that
just
shit.
like they talk about Kyrie's shot, nobody talk about the block that created the
I
shot.
know, but that three was a mother.
It was a monster.
the person that makes you come gets the credit.
Boom, respect.
So Ray Allen made them come.
God, man.
I got no argument on that.
The person that makes you come
The person-
gets the credit. Listen,
Respect,
LeBron is
respect.
great, and I'm not even saying that the this is like, all right. Did you see when Glasses Malone was on Breakfast? First of all,
Absolutely.
I did.
was
Yeah, we
jumping
gonna
off
get-
this. I just want to say salute to Rich Paul.
Right.
Yes.
Salute to Rich Paul.
Keep doing what the fuck
Keep
you
going,
doing.
my nigga.
Black
Yes.
man.
I think he should sue the NCAA. I
Yeah.
feel like this is some type of, I don't know. It's got to be some type of violation or something like this. He has to do something to like get back at the NCAA and show them that.
Didn't they try to do that to Hove though? When he was when they started
Hov
Recognition
has his
Park
agency
Sports,
as well, yeah.
They tried to do some shit where they was like, he doesn't have a certificate.
To be an agent,
Right.
to own a sports agency.
Well, Hope falls under this category too because he ain't got no degree either.
Yeah,
Right.
but he's not the actual agent. He's the owner of the agency.
Oh,
Yeah.
got you,
You
got
see
you,
what I
got
mean?
you, got you,
Yeah.
got you. If
Rich
I was
Paul's the actual agent.
if
So
I was the NCAA and I was any of these agents, I'd be trying to connect with Rich Paul.
they don't want to
Rich
do
Paul
that.
got the culture.
Because then you about to make more Rich Pauls, and they don't want that.
They don't
Well,
want
it's
that.
gonna happen regardless.
Yeah,
you know
they don't
why?
see that. They don't see that.
It's gonna happen because there is a Rich Paul.
Yeah,
As long as there's a Rich Paul, there's going to be other Rich Pauls.
they're
You
trying to
understand what
put
I'm
up
saying?
brigades right now to block that.
That shit ain't happening.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That shit ain't happening. And if the Lakers win the championship this year,
Oh, it's a
and
wrap.
you know Anthony Davis,
I'ma
who's
talk
already a
my
top 3, top
shit.
5 player in the league,
Me and you.
if they win the championship this year, and it's going to be because of Anthony, right? He's going to be the guy now. So now you got to deal with this guy
Now
for
you
the
got
next
2
4 or
of
5
them.
years.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
he just took on like a one. He hasn't signed an extension or none of that yet. He just took a 1-year deal.
No, there
right?
was a
And
trade.
It was a trade, but
Yeah.
he's only there for 1 year. He's
Yeah.
a free
He hasn't
agent.
resigned.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
Next year.
That's a.
Oh, he's
done
about to
deal.
cash out.
Yeah, that's a done.
Oh,
deal.
absolutely.
Especially if they don't pick up anybody else. That's a done deal.
He's cashing out.
But I mentioned the Glasses thing with Snoop and Pac because he was talking about from 1992 to 1996 there was no bigger rapper than Snoop Dogg, and it's like when we talk about Kobe and Bron, we're talking about 2 all-time greats. It's not that far apart. It's not like we're talking like it's a super gap between
people
the
are
2.
saying there is a big
No, that's
gap,
ridiculous.
No, it's not a big
That's
gap.
ridiculous.
It's not a big
I had
gap.
Sugar Free on my podcast last week.
The rapper?
Yes.
Wow.
Word?
Yes.
Oh man, does he
Yes.
talk how he raps?
Yes, he does. 100%. And I asked him to watch that interview before we went on, and we talked about it. And he said that he agrees with Glasses. He said that Snoop is.
All right,
He's
so
like he's
people
talking
don't
about
give
like
Snoop.
it's not even close. Snoop is the greatest ever.
No. We just talking about that 4-year
Yes,
period.
he said.
though.
He said
All right,
Snoop is that
I listened
nigga.
to that when y'all did that right now. The thing about Snoop is I think that Snoop is really swept under the rug as far as like as an artist, yo. Like people really don't give him his credit, and I got a lot of flack for something I wrote like in the comments. All I was saying is that when Pac was a big rapper and all that shit, but nobody was. Let's keep it 100. People really gave a fuck about you starring. Everybody was in a movie. Everybody was selling 1 million records. Everybody was going gold or
At that
platinum.
Not then.
Everybody was
Not then,
a
Wayno.
lot of
Everybody that was a
people-
big.
There's
There
only
wasn't a
4
lot of
rappers
flops.
in movies
It
at that
was-
time.
All right, let discount the movie shit.
You can't, though.
No. I'm talking about Pac's moments in his life. Him signing to Death Row was the biggest move he ever made in his career.
But you know why? Because
Why?
he was already starring in Above the Rim, because he already had starred in Juice, because he
Yeah.
starred in Poetic Justice with Janet Jackson, Oscar-nominated director John Singleton, because
Right.
he put out Me Against the World
Right.
and went #1 in the country.
Right.
Right. And when he was in jail. So that was like Kevin Durant signing with the Warriors.
I'm just saying, all right, with the Warriors, let's not
Damn,
discount.
that's what that was?
But let's not discount the house that Snoop and Dre built. That's all I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
let's not act like Snoop and Dre. I seen a kid tell me Dre didn't even mean nothing. I said, my nigga, you wasn't
that's
even
retarded.
born when this shit
Yeah,
happened.
you can't listen to people.
Yeah.
Like, but this is what I'm saying. It's like people really think. First off, Tupac fans I'm talking about the hardcore Tupac fans are the most delusional, craziest motherfuckers on the planet.
Why you say that?
Because like,
Wayno from Harlem. He's still
Because you
mad about
sound
Hit 'em
like my
Up.
husband.
I'm not mad about Hit 'em Up.
My
I love Hit 'em Up.
husband My husband says
no,
it's
listen, Tupac,
something
because they're
similar.
obsessive. Like they're
Yeah.
obsessive. Like Tupac is really, he's great. I seen that list. Like the list, he's 15. I think that's ridiculous that he's 15 on the list. But if we talk about terms of rapping, he wasn't as good as a rapper as a lot of people
That's
when it comes
exactly
to
what my
technical
husband
terms
says.
of rapping. But the nigga was great at making. He had a
He
song
made you
about
feel
everything.
things.
He made
Yeah.
you feel
Made
things.
you feel
yeah.
things. He wasn't a great lyricist.
He wasn't a great lyricist,
No.
but he was
Yeah.
he was a great artist. I think that he's a great
Yeah,
artist.
that's what I say. Music is supposed to make you feel. If it doesn't make you feel things, then why would you even listen
And he had
to
an
it?
amazing flow in
Yeah.
delivery.
But a lot of people can't separate the lyricism from the artistry.
man.
Like, yeah, from the man and his
Yeah.
actions. And what I love about Tupac is that he was us as far as humans being a living contradiction. We all are contradictions. We feel one way and feel the next. He just was doing that shit every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Bring them in here. Taylor, go get them. No. As far as star power, though, like the question, what Glasses said was, from 92 to 96, Snoop Dogg was a way bigger star than Tupac, and it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
That's not
wasn't
true.
even close as
But
crazy.
everybody agrees.
It wasn't even
Most
close as
West
crazy.
Coast rappers, people in the West Coast do agree with that.
I don't see how.
But the crazy thing is, like, when I was a kid, I didn't even view before he got to Death Row, I didn't view him as a West Coast rapper. Like, he wasn't like a West Coast rapper to me when I was a kid.
Because he's
Like,
technically not, right?
he's technically not, but like I just didn't view him as a West Coast rapper. Like, you know, when I was,
I didn't look at him as a West Coast rapper at all. I don't know what I looked at Tupac as, to be honest with you. I wasn't really a big Tupac fan when he was alive.
I like
I wasn't.
Tupac.
I was an East
I like
Coast guy.
Tupac, the proud pro-black. You know, I like his music too, but like I just liked his message. I've always thought he would be a great politician. You know,
Yeah.
like just a leader, one of our leaders type of
his
thing. 'cause
mind
they
was
just
crazy. I
happen
mean,
to rap.
I've outlived him 10 years, and I still feel like he's older than me. Like, for real, like his mind and his intellect was just on some other shit to be that young.
Yeah.
Nala, what year were you born?
1995.
I ask you a quick question.
Ooh.
Who's the biggest star from 1992 to 96? Snoop Dogg or Tupac?
Tupac.
Why do you think that?
Wait, you said from 1992. I wasn't born.
But in your mind,
So,
Tupac's the biggest star.
I would say that, yeah, just based off impact. I mean, I love Snoop. I would love.
Yeah.
He's one of the people I want to meet. But yeah, Tupac, or maybe just because he passed. And you know, when people pass,
Yeah,
it has more of an impact.
I
Absolutely.
just want to
So
know
that
why
might be why.
why do we discredit the movies? Do you understand that this guy was starring in movies? He
Yeah,
had
I
already
don't-
done
I don't
3 movies by
discredit
the time
the
he got to
movies.
Death Row.
Yeah.
Like when he was in jail, Madonna was.
So, but are we
going to visit
talking
him.
about? Are we,
I'm
talk-
not saying
are we
I
talking about
agree
as an
with.
artist?
I
Like,
don't.
That's
I
a
don't.
good
musically.
point. You said biggest star.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely Tupac.
I don't see
Tupac
how
But I'm just saying,
wasn't.
musically, was musically, it wasn't a big gap between him and Snoop. Snoop's when Doggy Style came out, that shit was a big
800,000 plus records first week, another 800,000
Physical.
second week,
Ain't no
another
streaming
800,000
then.
third
I'm
week.
from
Niggas is
LA.
going in the store
I'm
and
from Inglewood, California.
Okay.
Yes, it was a big deal.
it's
It
a
was
big deal.
Yeah, but
Huge.
listen, I think in that moment, Snoop probably was a bigger rap star.
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm
that's why I
saying.
think- I
That's what
think
we're
to
talking
me,
But
I
not
about.
think
star.
Not
Glasses said
star.
star.
Yeah, I don't know about star, but rap star,
And
I think
Snoop
he was
is
a
from
bigger.
the West, where Tupac is from the East and the West. Like, people knew him on the East Coast just as they knew him on the West Coast, too.
Yeah, but Snoop crushed the buildings.
What about movies? Why y'all act like y'all ain't like Above the Rim?
No, Above the Rim is a
Above the Rim
fucking
was
classic.
classic.
Poetic
Juice.
Justice
I'm
with
not
Janet
discounting none of that.
Jackson.
Poetic Justice.
No,
Yo, you know how
Janet
big Janet
Jackson.
Jackson was?
Listen,
Yeah, but we're not-
I'm not disagreeing with
Right.
you. I'm in the middle saying I can't even choose. But me being from LA, I just flew here from LA.
Yeah.
It's no question in Los Angeles that Snoop was bigger in that era. It's just what it
92
is.
to 96.
And I
Maybe
just don't
in
know-
LA,
And yeah,
but
something
not
in
throughout
LA.
America.
You guys don't know.
But Snoop
You weren't
is
there.
one of the most. Snoop is one of the biggest like worldly stars even till this day.
To this
like,
day.
like it's
He's
places
the biggest
that,
rapper in the world.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
No
yeah.
Right now.
question.
And people don't know that.
And he's the best West Coast rapper ever.
But you know it's
No.
crazy that you
Wow.
said that. No, it's a lot of people in the West.
As
in
far
West
as what?
Coast,
Hip hop.
a lot of people in the West Coast don't feel
No.
like that though.
Well, all the
'cause
people I
always-
know do.
I looked at Snoop as like Jay-Z of of
The
the
West
West Coast.
Coast.
And then when I said that, niggas was like, no, he ain't.
No,
Like,
I
So
agree
who
with that,
is?
though.
So who
I
is?
think he is.
What are we talking about though? You talking
Rap.
about lyrics?
Lyrics, yes.
I got Ice Cube is a beast with lyrically.
Yeah, I would choose Snoop.
Snoop
I
is
would
still. I mean,
choose
Snoop is the biggest star.
Snoop's discography.
yeah, I would
Stop
choose
it.
his. I choose. You choose Ice
Ice
Cube's
Cube's
discography
discography
over
over
Snoop's
Snoop?
discography.
It's crazy how y'all
Yeah.
don't remember turning y'all back on Snoop when the second album dropped.
I did.
Even
I
though he
did
sold
turn
2
my
million
back.
records. It's crazy how y'all don't remember how everybody thought that album was so whack. It's crazy
You
how
talking about the
it's
last
crazy.
meal? Not the
No,
last
no,
meal.
no,
What's the one?
exactly.
Not the last meal.
Dogfather.
Dogfather was trash. I'm not saying it
It was a
wasn't.
period of time, yo, y'all hated on Snoop so much he had to sign with No Limit.
Nah,
I'm just saying. Wait.
But I like
But
Snoop
we
on
talking
No Limit, though.
discography, my nigga.
Yeah, we
like
talking about whole
after-
body of work.
after Friday, this nigga Ice Cube stopped rapping. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Like, aside
Hold on,
from West Side
hold on,
Connection,
hold on,
aside from West Side
hold on,
Connection,
hold on,
aside from
hold
West Side
on.
Connection,
Hold on.
aside from West Side
Just
Connection.
hold on. Let me name some of these Ice Cube albums because you must forget when Ice Cube came to the East Coast and started working with the Bomb Squad, bro.
I think that was
Tell us about it then.
Hold on.
All right, go ahead.
Hold on now. America's Most Wanted,
America's. What year did that come out?
1990.
Okay, 1990, nigga. I was 9 years old.
Death Certificate.
I was one.
Death Certificate.
Okay, go ahead.
The
When did he
Predator?
stop? When did he stop? That's 93.
Yeah,
Lethal
cool.
Injection.
That's
Then
that's
he stopped
93.
for 5
No.
years.
That's what I'm saying. So Snoop at when the Doggy Style came out 93.
93.
No disrespect to Snoop, because
Okay.
I love Snoop. These first 4 albums are better than Snoop's catalog.
Damn, I don't agree.
I don't know about that.
Doggy Style is the
I don't
one,
know
and
about
then
that.
what, Wayno?
I don't know about that.
Snoop Lion.
I don't know about that. Come on.
Listen, and
Snoop
I
had
love
a good
Snoop.
album with No Limit.
But if you go watch Snoop perform, he got records after records.
Records,
But we talking
yeah.
about albums.
All right, albums.
After Doggy Style, what's the album?
Albums. But all right, songs.
Snoop got better songs.
It might be.
Yeah.
They might be around even when it comes to certain songs. Like because I ain't gonna act like Ice Cube is sweet. Like he got a lot of shit.
Yes.
He got a lot of shit. But Snoop has a hell of a discography.
I think Q got to be in the conversation if you're talking about West Coast.
But
lyricists.
the reason why I say Snoop is because Snoop adapted to Snoop played in every fucking era.
Yeah.
In every era, bro. Every era. He got a record in every era.
Snoop is like
Ice Cube
LeBron.
don't have a record in every era.
LeBron came into the league with a whole batch of stars that he basically outplayed, and then his era he outplayed. Now he a grandpa and he's still outplaying a
I
whole
give it
bunch of
Kobe.
people.
Kobe played against Michael Jordan.
Y'all
He
gotta
played
stop
against
this.
LeBron. He played against KD. He played against Steph Curry. He
Y'all
played
gotta
in
stop this.
like a bunch of different eras. Snoop got a record in almost every in the early 90s, mid 90s, early 2000s, late 2000s. Drop It Like It's Hot. You got a bunch of fucking records.
The difference between LeBron and
Wait, let's not go back to
I don't want to say.
See,
There's
he wanna do
nobody that
this.
can say they busted Jordan ass.
Yes, there is. You wildin'. It's niggas that gave Michael Jordan buckets. Steve Smith used to give him buckets. Steve Smith used to. Wait a second.
Definitely.
Wait a second. Let's act like.
What are you talking
let's
about?
act
Like
let's-
championships or something? You
Not
talking
in the
about-
championship. Not in the
No,
championship.
we
You
talking
act like
about
nobody
Miami
never.
Heat.
Bro, you
They
acting
used
like.
to watch the Heat in the first round of the playoffs
I'm
all
not
the
saying
time.
that. I'm
He's
saying you
talking
acting
about
like
actual
nobody
in the
never
game.
gave Michael Jordan work before, my
No,
nigga.
I'm talking about when
Kobe
it-
Bryant gave Michael Jordan work before.
All right, think about it, right? Like you got a girl.
Iverson gave
like say you was
Jordan
dating a girl, and there's dudes that can say they fucked your girl.
Yeah.
Can't nobody say they fucked Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan got 6. Michael Jordan 6-0. Dirk Nowitzki can say he fucked Braun. Think about that.
Valid.
Dirk Nowitzki can say
Dirk
he
Nowitzki
fucked
is one of the
Braun.
greatest white players ever. He's in my top 10 white people all time.
What you mean?
Don't do
the
that.
year that the Miami
Wait a
Heat were
second.
formed.
Don't bring up Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki got bumped the year he got the fucking MVP. First round exit to the Golden State Warriors.
He ain't get bumped by them Miami Heat. That was supposed to
And
be
he
amazing.
lost to the Miami Heat when D Wade destroyed
Yeah.
them niggas.
Yeah, without LeBron. Yeah, I remember that.
So what?
But with LeBron,
But you bringing up Dirk. If
Dirk-
you bringing up Dirk, you got to bring up every Dirk.
Everybody.
If you had to be
Yes.
Dirk, then you have to be Dirk now, my
Dirk
nigga.
fucked
Bring up every
Dwayne
Dirk.
and Braun.
Dirk is a legend, dog.
Dirk can
Dirk
say
is
he
a legend,
fucked.
though.
Dirk
Dirk
is
can look
married
both
to
of them in
a
the eyes. I
beautiful
fucked
black
both of
queen
them.
also. Yo, Dirk is black. He married a black queen.
He got an
and
African
everything.
woman.
Yo,
And Dirk, by the way, Dirk got
He
the
wear
best fucking.
dashikis and shit.
Because that was the year after that big carnival. Remember they had the big carnival in Miami?
This nigga crazy right here,
remember they had the big carnival in Miami?
Keep that
You're like,
sound
we're going to
bite.
win 8 to 9 championships.
Well, anybody's gonna
Dirk
say that.
fucked them that year.
They outplayed.
Can't
him.
nobody look Michael Jordan across the table and say, I fucked him. Nope.
I'm just
Virgin
saying, don't
booty.
act like nobody gave
Virgin
Michael
booty in the
Jordan.
NBA Finals.
Respect.
In the NBA Finals, he played a long time. Don't act like nobody never gave him buckets. That's what I'm saying.
Nah,
In
buckets
individual
don't
games,
count.
yeah.
Buckets don't count.
No. And nobody remembers that. All you remember at the end of the day,
Nobody remembers
is
that?
who won the championship.
Then Allen Iverson only had one game. Then if that's the case,
Yeah.
No, don't say that.
Yeah,
Allen
you
Iverson
gotta
had
keep
one
that
game
same
in
energy.
life if buckets don't
He
count.
got
Listen,
swept
the
after
thing
he won
about-
that one
One
game. in the
Allen is
playoffs.
the only player who doesn't have a ring that doesn't seem like he doesn't have a ring.
What do you mean?
No, he's
Doesn't
not.
seem like.
Who,
It's a-
Patrick Ewing seems
Barkley?
ringless. Ringless as a mother. He seems ringless
Yeah.
as a mother.
Charles Barkley won
No,
an
you
MVP.
would-
Then Charles
you would-
Barkley won MVP.
Karl Malone
But
seems
Karl Malone won
ringless.
MVP.
Yeah.
Allen looks like he's a champion
No,
to
he
me.
does not. Not what I
To me?
I
No, he
know.
don't.
He's still waiting for a Reebok check. No.
Really?
Yeah, no.
You don't consider him a cultural champion?
Cultural champion. What are you
Dog,
talking
you
about?
gotta
man?
chill.
Where's the conversation?
Don't make
at?
gotta chill, dog. Let's move on.
Let me pay some bills. Shout out to LeBron. Postmates. All right, other than your absolute best friends, who could you ask to bring you red wine at 4 p.m., sushi at 9 p.m., and a breakfast burrito at 8 a.m.? Postmates. Postmates is your personal food delivery, grocery delivery, whatever you can think of, delivery service all year round. No more trips to the store. You don't even have to know where the store is. Postmates will deliver anything to you. Download the app for iOS and Android for free. Browse local restaurants and businesses and track your delivery. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Postmates will bring you what you want within the hour, okay? Anything you're craving, Postmates can deliver. They're the largest on-demand network in the known universe with more than 25,000 partner merchants, all right? For a limited time, Postmates is giving our listeners $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days. To start your free deliveries, download the app right now and use code IDIOTS. That's code IDIOTS for $100 of free delivery credit for your first 7 days when you download the Postmates app. Get anything you need, anytime you need it. Download Postmates and save with code IDIOTS. LeBron is a GOAT, though. I don't want people to think that I don't think he's a GOAT.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, he is a GOAT. He's a GOAT. He's one of the greatest of all time. And it's okay to say that.
That's a crazy accomplishment to be one of the greatest ever. And anything.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
At anything.
Anything.
Absolutely. So
And just a kid from Akron.
and that's why I think these lists that everybody making this week is bullshit.
Is that the rap list?
Yes, man.
This is I had to sign off because this is just too much rap talk for me. I'm an R&B kind of girl, and I was just like, I'm not finna do this with y'all on
This my
Instagram.
problem.
I already told you who the best rapper alive is, and you don't agree with me.
Who's that?
Who?
Drake.
He's not. Stop it. I don't even know why you say things like that. Okay.
Jay-Z just took some pictures yesterday.
Jay-Z I don't count him no more, though.
You don't count on him?
Nah. I don't
No,
count him
it's
no
just
more.
my opinion.
He's a god. Like, I feel like he's
I
on
feel
Mount
like Jay-Z
Rushmore
shouldn't
already.
be in that category either at this point. He shouldn't be on a list.
He got the
Nah,
statue.
he's not on no list.
Yeah.
He got the
But
statue.
I mean, he's in your top 5 or your, you know what I mean? If you have to include that.
Jay-Z, first of all, Ghostface Killah is my personal favorite rapper of all time. My personal favorite rapper is Ghostface Killah. The greatest rapper of all time is Sean Carter. And it's not even, it's honestly not even close.
You're probably right.
It's
But
not
Jay-Z
even
has
close.
never made me want to have sex to his music.
Because he ain't making them kind of
Yeah, he's
records.
not
Yeah,
saying he's
so
not.
I have an
You should
opinion.
know.
I have an opinion. You see what I mean?
I
And
think-
America has an opinion.
I think Jay is
and
Jordan.
Drake sells a lot of records. Do it again.
No, I ain't doing that.
I think
That
Jay
only
is
happened
Jordan.
that one time.
And I think Drake is LeBron.
Wow.
I do.
Really?
I think Drake is LeBron. And I
then-
think Kanye is Kobe.
That's weird.
I do.
That's weird.
What part of Kobe's
yeah.
career is this?
Yeah. That's weird.
Like, for real.
I think it's the Kobe that won 5 championships.
Right now?
What you mean?
Kanye.
So Kanye,
No, not
so
now.
right
That's
now,
what I
he's-
said.
so
No.
Kanye right now is torn Achilles.
Torn Achilles,
Kobe.
absolutely.
Oh, okay,
100%. 100%.
cool. Okay, I feel you.
100%. And
What is your issue with the list? Do you guys have
I don't
issues
know who
with the
I got
made it.
list?
issues with the list.
I don't know who
What's
made
your
it.
issue?
Yeah.
Why we giving this shit credibility? We don't even know who the fuck made that shit.
I don't know the dudes
Joe
who
Budden
made it.
might have made that list and put
That's what I
himself
said.
number
He's
3.
like number 4,
When I seen
yeah.
Joe, I said, how the fuck is Joe number
Word
2?
up.
Yo,
on.
speaking of Joe, last week I just heard a song by Joe Budden where I was told he was talking about LL Cool J and his wife. Do you guys know this song?
No.
What?
But Joe,
Oh, I gotta play it for you. It's crazy. He talks about going to Vegas and fucking his wife.
is that Joe?
That Joe
Or is it
Budden?
somebody impersonating him?
No, it's Joe
But,
Budden.
but Joe, let me not take nothing from Joe. Who Joe is today is not the rapper he's a fucking great rapper, and a lot of people can't tie shoes when it comes to rapping. If you got to
He can
put him
rap
on a
his
song,
ass
he can
off.
rap around a lot of people.
He don't make great records though.
He didn't, but I think that he made the records that satisfied his fan base.
That's fan base. Word up.
Now with this list, my biggest problem I had with this list was one, there's no women on this list.
First of all, I don't say one thing.
That's what Brat said. She
I
said
don't
that
know
was
anything
rude
about
as
what
fuck.
Miko was talking about. Joe Budden sleeping with LL Cool J's
I'm about to
wife.
find out the name of
I
the
don't want
song
no
right
problems
now.
with LL Cool J. LL Cool J will beat the shit out you.
Oh God.
All right? Okay.
All right. And
Okay,
then
cool.
the next thing I had, I think that there's a lot of the right people on here, but the placements are wrong. There's no women and the placements on here is all wrong to me.
First of all, I don't give a fuck about this list because I don't know who wrote it. I don't know why this can go on the internet and everybody start giving this shit credibility. We don't know where this shit came
Because
from.
the internet, nigga.
That
It
shit
don't
is
matter.
whack.
You seen the kid that was faking like he was Travis Scott and almost broke him and Kylie Jenner into some bullshit
Yeah.
just because he
He
could.
did a whole
Yeah, it's
fake-
like people do shit just because they can. These niggas is lit. If they don't drop an album after this, they need to do something with this shit.
Who?
Like,
We don't know where that came from.
it came from The Brew. It's some dudes that do a podcast called The Brew or some shit like that. Is
Oh,
what
I never heard of it.
And
Well,
now
now
they getting
now
all
they
this
lit.
shine.
And I didn't know that.
Shine on
They
every
should have put at the brew on here somewhere so we know where it came from. I didn't know
I
that
heard
was
it from
there.
Cincinnati though. These dudes is from Cincinnati or some shit.
I
Is
don't
there
like
any
it.
rappers from Cincinnati?
Bow Wow.
No.
Like I
Legend.
said, is there any rappers from
Legend.
Cincinnati?
Whole legend.
Bow Wow's a legend.
Legend. Who's
Whole
a
legend.
Bow Wow's a legend.
Bow Wow's a
Whole
legend.
legend.
Bow's a legend.
See, y'all
Watch
think about Wow now.
Bow
Bow
Wow's
Wow
a
was selling out the
fucking
garden
legend,
20
yo.
times a
I
night.
don't care.
Bow's a legend.
You know how dope you gotta be to
Bow
sell
Wow's
out
a
the
legend.
garden 20 times in
I
one
don't
night?
care. So did a whole bunch of people that don't matter.
Nah, Bow Wow, yo, he birthed a nation. Like, Bow Wow.
Bow Wow is
Listen,
lost.
people would give Bow Wow so much respect if he was taller. I swear to no, I'm dead serious.
I
If
agree.
he was taller, they
I
wouldn't
think
play
if
with
he
him
didn't
like
make
that.
up lies and fake some
Nah, if
fake
he was
corny
taller, none of that shit would ever happen.
It wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't have happened
So
if he
you're
was
saying
taller.
he wouldn't do the corny shit that he did if he was
No,
taller?
I'm just saying people would give him respect. Niggas wouldn't call him Bow Wow, they'd call him Shad if he was taller. If Bow Wow was 6 feet, people would, and it's fucked up because that's a lot on his mind, man. Like a lot of shit. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100.
He
real
do have
quick.
a complex.
No, I'm gonna keep it.
He got a
real quick.
complex. He got a complex.
Yo,
Yeah.
he was a kid. Like, he was a kid. I can't imagine, like, having to wake up and fucking rehearsing shit at 10 years old and all this other stuff. He did so much shit before he was 18 years old.
Yeah, but he's still stuck in that, and that's the problem. He still thinks
That's
he's
when he
Lil
just
Bow
said
Wow.
that. He
If
hit
they
it
get taller,
first
If you would have
thing,
been
then he
taller, ask that nigga that question. Yo, my nigga, if you was taller, you think people would treat you the way you do?
Bow Wow is. I guarantee you, Bow Wow's going through a midlife crisis right now.
He did that whole I
only
hit it
30.
first. Didn't he do that I
Yes.
hit it first thing with Sierra?
Yeah, he did.
Didn't
Why?
try-
That's
you
so
didn't
corny.
hit it first. First of all, like you really didn't.
It's still, but it's just corny to say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
imagine
real.
having Bow Wow as a body.
Ooh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but see, they
And
made
you
him
married,
the butter.
You married to Russell Wilson. Now
Did
you
y'all
living
see
great.
the pictures of him with her on his tippy toes taking pictures with her?
Nah, it's bad.
Dog,
Because he
I'm
became the
cool.
butter people's joke because of his height.
Yeah.
With guns the size of little Bow Wow. Right? Did you see the shit that Conceited said?
What did he say?
Well, he said your bitches must be psychics because they keep seeing the future. You ain't
said
seen
it-
you ain't that
no,
line?
no,
Yo,
no.
on Wildin' Out, because you know his Sierra and
Yeah,
his other baby
yeah.
mom. That's crazy. That line was crazy.
Young Jeezy predicted.
He was sick.
Young Jeezy predicted the fall of Lil Bow Wow, and he's the first person to use Bow Wow as a verb. No, maybe it was 50, but when he said, "First off, I'm a motherfucking G, and I never let a bitch Little Bow Wow
Wow
me."
me.
I never understood why he said that back in the day,
Oh,
but
God.
now I say it all the time. I'd be like, don't let her. I told somebody the other day, I told an artist the other day, yo, stop bow wowing yourself, yo.
Oh my!
I did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
yo.
did.
So you
Stop
think
bow
height
wowing
changes
yourself.
his whole
Yo,
trajectory of his
right
life?
now, I swear to God, yo, Bow Wow. If Bow Wow would have been like 6'3", people wouldn't joke with him like that.
But
I
would he be
swear.
Bow Wow though? if
He wouldn't be
was?
Bow Wow. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. The perception would be different because everybody looks at him as like this little guy. He's a grown man.
He's still bite sized.
Is he shorter than like Lil Wayne now?
He's
He's gonna be on the same
bite-sized.
height as
But
most
Lil
rappers,
Wayne
though.
always was Lil Wayne. Like he
Yeah,
came in the
Lil
game
Bow
as
Wow.
Lil
Lil
Wayne.
Bow Wow.
Exactly.
He's not Lil Bow Wow no more.
Little Bow Wow.
No
You
more.
just don't know.
Because Bow Wow's not really his
Y'all
name.
joking, man.
Bow Wow's not even his name. You know,
His
Wayne.
name is Shad Moss.
Yeah.
People would call him Shad Moss if he was 6'1".
Yeah. Oh my
Nah.
Yes, they would.
I don't
they would have
believe
called
that.
him. Because I'm telling you, because a lot of rap niggas would be like, nah, yo, nigga Bow Wow probably give it up.
Big Bow Wow. Imagine Big Bow Wow.
Nah, that's wild. That is so wild.
And I'm gonna tell you, the only thing I do like about these lists that I'm seeing is the fact that it is generational rappers on there.
But there's no women on that rap list. That
Yeah, how you don't have Missy on there?
How you not have Brat on
No,
there?
it depends
Brat-
what you're talking
The
about,
Brat
though.
should be on there.
Yeah, okay, if you're talking about lyrics, yes, the Brat should be on
the
there.
Brat is
What are we talking about when we talk about these lists? Are we talking about impact? Are we talking about lyrics? Are we talking about album sales? What are we talking about?
It's a lot because I felt like, and even with me being from Harlem, I felt like May shouldn't have been on there.
Nope.
May should not be
He
on
got
there.
one classic album.
I don't.
You don't like Harlem World?
I have Harlem.
I still
tattooed on
play
my
that
hand.
to
I mean,
to this day.
No, I
play
love
that
I
album.
loved May at that time, but like he had one good, like he
You're
had
right.
he had a few good years, and then after 97, that was it.
Yeah, you're right.
Mace,
You're right.
After 97, nobody cares about Welcome Back.
You're right.
Nobody cares about that unit shit.
I'm on record, and I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. Harlem World is trash.
Wow.
Trash is
That's
strong.
a-
Trash. Okay, let's go to the track list.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Trash is
Because-
strong.
No, because
Now, I don't think it's a classic.
It's a trash
is to
album.
me.
It's cool. To
Maybe
me, it
it's
was
'cause
cool.
Bro, it's trash.
I fucking love that
When
album.
Harlem World came out, I was disappointed. You want to know why I was disappointed though? Because I was in high school and we had this whole Brooklyn Harlem thing, and Jay-Z was the man, and Mace was a bigger artist than Jay at that time.
But-
He was selling more records
Listen,
than Jay.
I'm not a rap person.
20
though.
tracks.
I'm not a rap
20
person,
tracks.
and I'm from LA, and I think Harlem World is a classic.
Garbage. Let's go through it. Do you want to get money with Puff Daddy?
Yeah, that was trash.
Trash.
Take What's Yours featuring DMX.
Decent.
Niggas wanna know.
That's a decent
I'ma
song.
take yours. That shit.
That's
that was
a decent
good. That was
song.
cool.
Yeah,
That was cool.
I like
Will
that.
They Die For You featuring Puff Daddy?
Oh, I love that song.
Will They Die For You was
How
good.
many niggas
It's
ever
alright,
died
it's
for
kinda
you?
Looking at
garbage.
me was fire.
Yes,
I hate
why
that
you
song.
over there?
Come on.
looking
But I'm
at
gonna give y'all
me?
that. I'm gonna give
Oh,
y'all
my
that.
girl
All
said
right.
yes.
Love You So featuring Billy Lawrence.
I hated that.
The
Regular.
Playaway featuring 8 Ball and
That was
Fire.
hard. That was hard.
Niggas Want to Act.
That was hard.
That's the best record on the
That was
album.
hard. Feel so good. Hard.
Hard.
What You Want.
Hard.
Hard.
Yes.
Cheat on You.
Cheat on-
Decent.
wait.
That's decent.
With Lil
No,
Caesar,
Cheat on you was
That's a
eh.
decent
That was
24 Hours to
eh.
Live.
Fire.
Fire.
I Need to Be featuring Monifa.
Nah.
Wanna Hurt Mace.
Like. I
The
like.
thing, I didn't like. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like Wanna Hurt Mace, because he spit it on the radio.
Jealous Guy.
Jealous Guy was fire.
Classic.
Jealous Guy was fire.
That shit is garbage.
Jealous Guy was fire.
Are you serious?
Jealous Guy was fire.
Yo,
You
that shit
from
is
South Carolina.
garbage.
Nigga, what do you know? They did fucking New Edition shit over.
That shit was
Oh,
garbage.
You could do
There's a chance.
that to me.
So out of 20
My name is Puff Daddy. I'm a Scorpio and I'm not a jealous guy.
That shit's
So
classic.
out of 20,
It was a good album.
out of 20
Not
tracks,
giving
good
it to you,
album.
Charlamagne.
out of 20 tracks, 5 are interludes. Y'all
Whatever.
named y'all. And that's,
So let's go- let's
that's,
go-
That's,
let's go
that's
16.
14 songs.
14 songs.
Y'all named 5 bangers.
No,
And y'all
I just said
y'all
more
said
than
5. Y'all
No,
said
I just
5
said way
bangers.
more than 5.
Everything else was like,
No, I said more than 5.
You said, "Do you want to get?" Was whack.
That was whack.
I said
You said,
more
"Take
than
What's
5.
Yours" was whack.
No, we did not say it was whack.
said I.
That was good. That was good.
Nah.
Will They Die For You?
Will They Die For You?
Whack.
Classic. Nope.
Oh my
I didn't
god!
like Will They
Niggas
Die For
gonna
You.
die for you.
Looking
How
at
many-
me.
Fire.
What?
Okay,
Yep.
that's one. That's the first fire we got, and we 6 tracks in.
And that's not
No,
act
but
like
you
that
nigga, you
white girl
looking at you.
interlude
That's
ain't
you.
one of the best
Check out the
Alright, so
interlude.
1,
That's
2,
2 interludes.
three.
Say that, and that white girl interlude ain't one of the best interludes ever.
We 3
Yeah,
songs
White
in.
Girl Interlude
Yes.
was fire.
We 3 songs in. Looking at me is the first one y'all said was
Oh,
fire.
Ariana? Remember
Yep.
Ariana?
Love You So.
All the
Love You
abandoned
So.
buildings.
I didn't like Love You So.
The Play Away.
Play Away is fire.
Alright, so that's 2. Niggas
The
Want
hit-
to Act.
Yeah, niggas wanna act is fire.
3.
Feel So Good is fire.
4.
What You Want is fire.
5.
Okay.
Cheat on You.
Jealous
Cool.
guys.
24 Hours Live.
6.
Fire.
I Need to Be.
No.
Watch Your Back. That's interlude.
Interlude.
Wanna Hurt Mace.
Wanna Hurt Mace. I didn't like that only because he spit on the radio.
And Jealous Guy, which
Fire.
I've never
That's
heard anybody
8
say.
songs
That's
right
7.
there. I counted 8.
That's 7 out of how many
I
songs?
counted
Out of
8.
14. That's
I
half,
counted
nigga.
8.
That's
Garbage.
I counted 8.
Garbage.
You could make the Hall of Fame showing 50%.
Thank you.
Nah.
But Mace shouldn't be on that list though.
No way.
right.
Not with that.
You right.
Not with a subpar album.
That's what we come with. You right.
Okay. Who else? And then we can go to the top 50 R&B.
What?
I can't believe we're talking about this. Let's go to at least he got more credibility.
I can't even see it. He wrote this.
Oh, never mind.
I can't see it.
Mike Tyson even put out a list today.
You serious?
Every List-Tongue rapper was top
I hate
3.
that shit.
Fuck
You know
it.
what?
I'm gonna put
All the
my
List-Tongue
list
rappers
out.
were top 3. He had Biggie, Cool G Rap,
Yo, did he put 50 Tyson in there?
50.
50 Tyson.
Tyson. Yo.
Remember we had that special
50
ed
Tyson
era?
would come out, the special era when people was trying to flip retarded people.
By the way,
No, for real, they was really trying to
they
flip
were.
them. They was trying to
They
flip
JJ
them.
Ice
They
Fish.
were.
JJ Ice Fit,
They
yeah, it's
were.
hilarious. But
Yes.
the A-Town,
Yes.
they was like, but I knew dudes that was like, I'm gonna find the special needs nigga in
Nigga
my
in the
hood
hood
and
and
put
put
some
him
money
on.
behind it.
And
For
put him
real.
on.
They were.
Yep.
They was
It
doing
was
that.
There was a wave that was happening.
the reason I fuck with Mike Tyson's
Mike
list,
Tyson really made
because
it.
number 1, Mike Tyson is a hip-hop head, and Mike Tyson is the only person, unless I'm mistaken, that I've seen Scarface on his
Okay,
list.
what makes Mike Tyson a hip hop head?
Yeah, what?
He grew up in that era.
That makes him a
Man,
hip-hop
watch
head.
out.
Like, so people care about Mike Tyson's music opinion?
Nah,
That's
but
all
I
I'm
think,
asking,
but Mike was the first person that was like, at least on a mainstream level, that I can
This
really
ain't bad,
remember
though.
embracing hip hop in a real way.
Intertwined with
Coming
it.
to the ring with
Yeah,
rappers, coming
he
to the ring to
did.
rap
He did.
songs.
Yeah.
You know
He
what I'm
did.
saying?
He
He got
broke
Melly
ceiling.
Melon here.
Nah, oh yeah. I mean, listen, it's generational.
It's generational.
It's generational.
It's definitely
I didn't grow up
generational.
on Melly Mel. So I don't know what Melly Mel was, but I know he's the
I said
first
that
person I
about-
saw with Scarface on the list.
No, I said that people had an issue because I said that about Rakim.
Oh no, this dude had Face on there.
Because I said that about Rakim. Like, Rakim doesn't mean to me what Jadakiss means to me.
And that's what, you know what I've heard a lot, like whenever I hear people having a debate about hip hop, Rakim is easily the name I hear the most. Like the most as
Rakim
like
taught all these new niggas how to
like
rap.
the greatest.
He did.
Like
But-
people say lyrically he is like the greatest.
But you know what the problem I be having with that is? Like, a person that asks me, yo, like, people watch Paid in Full and be like, yo, how was New York in 88? I be like, nigga, I was 5 years old. I don't fucking know. Like,
Yeah.
or
Oh, I thought you meant like they thought you was Wood Harris. That's why they was asking you.
whatever.
I didn't know.
But no, but even
Yo,
with
fuck
Rakim, I
Woody
didn't
Harris,
like,
by the
I
way,
started
man.
to understand Rakim's music as I got older. I didn't
Just had
like.
a flashback, my bad. I was playing a celebrity basketball game.
Hold on. Let me get to that. Hold on. Go ahead. Wait. Finish.
No, I just said no. That was crazy. But no, all I said is that like I didn't grow up like listening to Rakim. Like I went back and listened, but like
First hip hop song I ever heard was Rakim.
first hip hop
Paid in
song I heard
Full.
was "Walk This Way," Run DMC.
My cousin Ty let me hear Rakim when I was 10 years old, I believe. 10 years old. Paid in Full. First rap song I ever heard. Or at least the one that caught my attention. That was the first one that ever caught my attention. Like, oh
Damn.
shit, what is this? But why you say fuck Wood Harris?
I
That's
just
the
had
type
a
of shit you
flashback.
ain't never heard that in your life.
No, it ain't fuck him.
You never
I
heard
just
anybody
had
say
a
fuck Wood
flashback.
Harris.
It's childish. It's really petty. I feel bad I even said that. I was playing in a celebrity game and we were down 2. I was on fire. I was hitting the shots. And then it was a last play. We had called a timeout to draw up a play for me to hit a shot and win the game. And he, instead of setting the screen for me, he slipped the screen and got the ball. The nigga passed it to him from out of bounds and he shot the 3 and missed it and we lost the game.
You on the team with Motard.
And I was looking at him like,
right.
the play was for me.
But you might have
How
missed
many
two.
years ago was this?
This was 2005.
Why you holding on to this?
Probably.
2005.
Yeah.
Why you holding on to this?
I shouldn't. That's why I said it was petty as fuck. And I even said that. I just had a that is a flashback. It was like a bad flashback.
Let that
my
hurt
bad.
go.
I gotta let that go. Wood Harris, my bad, dog. I didn't mean it. I love you. My
Wayno.
bad.
Why are we giving this list credibility?
I don't. Are we giving it credibility or are we just discussing it because it started a conversation? I think we just.
And I think top 50 is way too much.
Why don't you
I
put
don't
on a
have
list,
time to
Charlamagne?
get top 50
Where's
on
your
that.
list?
I'm gonna be
What's
honest
up?
with you. I don't give a fuck that much.
So why you give a fuck about their list then?
Because I don't like the fact that, well, until I found out that it came, I didn't know who it came from to where we were giving so much credibility to this list. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things that are just biased. Like, this is not an objective list. When you got Joe Budden at your number 3 greatest rapper of all time, you just love Joe Budden, which is cool, but you're not going to make the rest of the world believe some shit that we know is not true.
They might have trolled us the whole shit though.
Yeah.
Cause I even feel like Big Pun being 44th is crazy.
That's
like,
disrespectful.
That's crazy. DMX being 22 is crazy. Tupac being 15 is crazy. Like,
And what's the list based off?
Yep.
That's the other thing I
We
want to
didn't do
know.
any research.
But I mean,
they probably
it's-
had a
you know
whole
what the thing
podcast
about
about,
it-
this list. None of us listened to it. We just saw they list. and
That's
we
their
started
fault for putting it out with no
attaching.
there's
context.
no rules to making lists though. That's
Yeah.
the tough thing. There's no rules to making lists. So it's like everybody has a different criteria as to why their favorite art. Like, it's niggas that's gonna say
Yeah.
Jay-Z is my favorite rapper because he had the #1 album called A Gun Charge the same year. Like, people,
Lord have mercy.
people say shit like that.
And
Like,
Drake,
seriously.
that's why Drake's my favorite because I listen to his music so much and so much of my life revolved around Drake lyrics. It's just what it is. So am I wrong?
lyrics.
No,
Am I wrong?
that's your guy. I understand.
I fuck with Drake. Drake is one of the. I put him as one of the best ever. Like, I definitely think
Yeah.
he's one of the best ever.
Look at Charlamagne. Look.
Yeah.
Oh.
He is. Objectively, he is. He's one of the greatest ever. I mean, but it depends though. Like, listen, regardless of whether he writes his music or not, I'm gonna still say he's one of the greatest ever because it's very rare that you can find somebody in any genre of music that can do all those different genres of
Everything,
music
yeah.
successfully.
Yeah.
He takes me to the club. He get whenever you go through a breakup or you having a fight, not even with a man, just with your friends. Then he makes music for sex. Then he just talks to us as women all the time. He's always talking to us like a lot of rappers. Like, the reason I don't like hip hop that much is because most of it is about like the content is stuff that I can't relate to. Do you know what I mean? Drake be talking about, I should have told you I was coming in town so you could have got a shift off from work. That speaks to all of us.
Yeah,
Do you see what I mean?
Not when it's Marvin's room. You know, that's when you don't want to hear. You find out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you see what I mean? Like a lot of hip hop to me, I I get mad because whenever people say, well, he's not a real rapper because he didn't write his own lyrics. But what happens if a person writes a song that's not true, even though it's their lyrics? Is that still cool?
That's all subjective, though.
You see what I mean?
It depends on what we're talking about. But I don't think that he didn't write anything. I think he got caught with a little couple things that he got caught with. But he can't be that good and not write nothing.
Somebody helping.
If somebody was writing that much for me, like, and I'm not saying that like people writing the 4 a.m.s or the 6 a.m.s, but if you rap like that, there's no way possible you don't know how to do that shit.
I don't care when great people use performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah, it's a PED.
If you already great and you use the PED, great. Because it's not gonna make you any more greater than you already are. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not like the wackest nigga on the team can take performance enhancing drugs and then become Drake.
You're right.
It's not gonna happen.
Correct.
Like it's just enhancing
That's what I
whatever's
say
in
about
you.
HGH and sports and everything. I think they should allow athletes to use it because just because you take HGH, that doesn't mean you're gonna get to the league.
No,
you know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. I'm not gonna front though. Drake is the last person that made me feel hate though.
Why?
I saw that nigga house on Instagram, and I ain't gonna front. Bro, I hated for like 30 seconds. I was like, I was just like filled with hate. Like,
see, and I was
I'm not even gonna lie, Jordan. I was after the 30 seconds, because you know if you say little, you watching it and you say little petty shit like, fuck, he got lights on his house for. You know what I'm saying? That's little petty
It ain't
shit.
even Christmas.
And you know, I didn't say it to nobody. I was just saying it to myself. And then I'm looking, I'm like, fuck, he got a bar and then the basketball. You can overlook the bar. You can stand on the bar and overlook the basketball court. That's some bullshit. I'm in my mind. I'm like, why? Nigga, because he can. And I ain't mad at him. You earned that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should build the house of your motherfucking dreams.
Yeah.
Then you start hating again, like, he ain't got no family, though.
Do you know? He ain't got no wife at home.
Oh, that was dark.
His kid don't live with him.
You just imagine drinking that big ass house.
Big ass house, lonely as hell.
That's what I need some company.
It was pure hate. And it's fine if you can recognize that in yourself and then you turn that hate into motivation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then you start hating again. You're like, why the fuck am I motivated by a 30-something-year-old nigga from Canada? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how you feel, man.
But I respect it. I'm not mad at him. Like, yo, that's what you work hard for.
Yeah.
That's the type of shit you should have.
That's all the sacrifices, everything he's done, and he can do those type of things.
I hate when people think like you got to do what they want you to do with your money. Like,
no.
It's my money. If I want to take this shit out and set it on fire, I can. You get your ass some and do.
Oh, let me ask you this: being a father, do you feel that way about baby mothers that get child support?
I got one baby mother, so I don't.
But do you feel like a woman, like a guy is always saying like, I give her this much money and this is what she does with it? It's none of your business once you give it to her. She can do whatever she wants.
I just be looking at shit like that. Like that's the penalty. That's a penalty in the game. Like, it's like a foul. Like, you know what I mean, it's like that's a penalty that comes with being successful. It's like, because I seen something one time where an artist had to pay I think he had to pay like $9,500 a month for child support, right? $9,500 a month. What the fuck do you need $9,500 a month?
It's not even about that.
Right, but then when he was in a movie or some shit, they upped it to like 18,000 or some shit. I'm like, damn. So like, is it based on the child? Or is it based on the
this
person?
is what it is. This is what you should understand. So if you want to give her basic living arrangements, and that's just enough to live nice, comfortable, nothing great. Right. As soon as your kid goes to his dad's house to visit, he don't want to go back home.
Yeah, I get that. Like,
see what I mean?
I went with my kids living in I wouldn't like. If I wasn't in a situation, I wouldn't be living in some crazy ass house and my kids. Now,
but that's how people think that it should be because
I ain't gonna be paying for no. I ain't got nothing to do with your poor ass mama, nigga. Right? They should change child support and they should have that money go to the kid and the kid get it when they're 18 years old.
Or you should make better raw decisions.
That is very true too.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
But women be hitting licks too on kids. They be hitting licks on kids.
All right. So when a judge says, you know what, you had a baby with her, you know you introduced her to a certain lifestyle. Like y'all fucked her in a Holiday Inn Express. All right. Okay, that's why I fucked. So that's the lifestyle. That's where it started. I didn't know her before this, Sean. I fucked her one night, and then 9 months later she's pregnant. So yes, we'll keep that.
Your nut is worth $18,000.
No, we're gonna keep that Holiday Inn lifestyle.
Your nut.
Free breakfast.
Your your juice is worth $18,000 a month. You should be careful where you squirt it.
You might got a point.
Yeah,
But I just think with the child support, it should go to the child.
You're right.
Now, spousal support something
I
else.
think that what they could do is
spousal
change
support.
child support in a way that the child gets it when they're 18
That's
or
what I'm
something
saying.
like that.
No,
Not
man,
all of it,
I
because
don't
you
like
still
that
gotta
18
live.
shit,
The mother still has to live. It's different
Live
when
what?
a man has a baby and he's not in the household with her. He has a life. He doesn't need a nanny. He don't need to take off work if the baby's sick. It's a lot of stuff that women have to deal with. And I'm not saying that validates $18,000. But what I'm saying is you don't have to deal with that when you're not in the house with the child. She has to pay for things you don't know about.
$1,000
You
a
know?
month.
Well, I just don't like the $1,000 a month. my
Andrew
nigga, what?
Yang, universal basic
You can
wage.
work at McDonald's and make more than that.
Yes.
Universal basic wage, $1,000 a month. She good.
Listen, it's just all it's all a hustle.
Yeah,
You just gotta
I
know.
don't pay child support.
Oh.
I'm not in no
He
situation when
lucky.
I'm not in that situation at all.
He's blessed. I'm gonna say blessed.
I'm not in that
He
situation
made
at all.
correct, raw decisions.
I did. I absolutely. Listen, there was some bumps along the way, but
Hey,
I did.
shit,
I wrought
shit,
some
we all
wrong
have
things,
bumps.
but you know, that's what abortions are for.
Not anymore.
It's crazy.
Not anymore. Look, they trying to ban abortions. That's crazy. They trying to tell this the only thing we own is our pussy, and they want to tell us what to do with that too.
That's wild.
Jesus,
That's
shit.
wild. I think anybody that wants to ban abortions never had the wrong person pregnant.
That's a very interesting
Some real
perspective
shit.
because
Some real shit.
I sympathize with you on that one.
Yeah,
Right.
and even so, some men don't want the abortion. Women want the abortion sometimes.
Absolutely.
You know,
The 2 times I've had abortions, 3.
They threw
I didn't have. It wasn't my choice ever.
I asked my
I
husband.
wasn't tripping. Like,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
I asked my husband to abort my son when I was pregnant because I had just gotten a job, a sports reporting job, and they will fire you as a reporter if you're pregnant.
That's crazy.
And I was like, this is like I was so excited. I hadn't got the job yet, but I had made the final stages of the interviewing, and there was only 2 people left, and I felt like I was going to get it. And I found out I was pregnant, and I was like, yo, can we just abort this one right quick and then have another one later?
Yeah, put on pause.
And he was just like, nah, because, you know, I was thinking about my career. Like, I had been working my ass off. I went to school, graduate, everything. And then I found out I was pregnant.
Yeah.
So
Right
did you have
when
the
it was-
abortion?
No, my son's 8 years old.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, but I wanted to. And my husband was like, nah.
Does your son know about this? That you
Yes.
wanted to abort him right quick?
Yes, he knows.
I should have.
Why would you tell him that at 8?
I've told my son knows his entire journey into Earth. I've
Really?
told it through voice, and I have documented it video. I've been documenting my pregnancy since I found out I was pregnant, and he's
Wow.
But I mean, I'm truthful. I'm honest with my son. I tell him I want him to know everything. I want nobody else to walk into his face and tell him nothing about his mother or his father or his life that he hasn't already heard.
That shit is depressing though when you start thinking about like abortions and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
start-
Yeah.
My dad told me that his mom told him she tried to drink something to get rid of him.
Oh God.
For real, like
Get rid
she
of
tried,
you or
no,
your dad?
My dad told me his mom. My
Tried to get
grandmother
rid of
said
him.
like she tried to get rid of him. He's the oldest of 5, but so he always like had like a bit of I wouldn't say resentment, but they had a crazy relationship. Like, you know what I mean? They had a crazy relationship. Cause like knowing your mom was like she not even abortion. I don't know if they was even. Let me not say they was not doing abortions. I don't know what time.
They
this
probably was doing the hanger stuff.
all types of wild shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he just was like, he just was cold from that moment on when he found that out when he was.
He felt the way
But two
about
of my
it
kids would
himself.
be 2 of my kids would be wild old right now. Like 20 something. I'm serious.
Yeah, me too.
They'd have been in here arguing about this top 50 list. I'm serious. They'd have
No,
been like
but you
20
know what's
something years
cra-
old.
You know what's crazy about that? I got friends that's like, I'm 36, but I got friends that's becoming grandparents now. Like
Yeah.
I got friends
My
that's in their
friends.
30s. I had
Yes.
a homie that was 30, like 36 and became a grandfather.
Yeah.
But the shit that's so messed up about it is like I'm seeing dudes like from my neighborhood who like have a kid really young, go to prison, come home, and then by the time they come home, their son is off to prison.
Crazy.
Oof.
Yeah, for real,
Yeah.
like that shit
Crazy.
is like I'm witness. That shit
Yeah.
is insane.
And
Crazy.
a lot of that has to do with the fact that he's in prison.
Yeah, because it's like the blind leading the blind.
Yeah.
but
There was
that's-
nobody there to break the generational curse.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys and gals. I think that's it. You got to go anyway, right, Miko?
Yes, but can I just talk about my podcast?
Yeah, of course.
I have a podcast. Hey,
I
check
would
it
like
out.
to be on your podcast.
Yes, I would love to have you on because I see now you got a great sports IQ.
Thank you.
And that would
Damn,
be pretty
lit.
cool to
That's
have
Fuck
you
all,
on.
fuck all y'all on Twitter.
That's because y'all
Yes.
agree on LeBron.
Oh God, whatever. I'm gonna make sure I argue. I like to argue with people on my podcast.
let's
I'm
do
gonna
it.
find a way for us to
We're
argue.
gonna find a way.
But I have a podcast, I Heart Miko podcast. I'm doing my first live show August 31st, my 3-year anniversary for my show. I hope you guys
Congratulations.
support
Congrats.
me. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's going to be in Miami. Labor Day weekend. And it's going to be fun. It's not
Yeah.
going to be a typical sports podcast. It's going to be pretty fun and
I would come.
entertaining.
During Hot Girl Weekend.
Yeah.
I'm out the country that weekend.
Yes. A lot of people are out of the country or doing all kind of stuff. But we're going to be doing a live show. So if you guys are interested, make sure you check out my Instagram, iHeartMiko. And I have a YouTube channel as well. So you can check out my podcast on there and everything Miko.
Hey, what about you, Wayno? Everyday struggle still going strong?
Everyday struggle still going strong. You know,
Ack lost any weight?
No, of course not.
I ain't seen Ack in a minute. I ain't talked to Ack. I gotta hit that up.
I is doing good though, but yeah, everyday struggle, and then I just became VP of A&R at Asylums.
Hey, congratulations!
Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. So I'm signing new acts. You know what I mean? Trying to break new acts, and then I also got my company Triangle Offense. You know what I mean? Then we get the Everyday Struggle. You can catch me on Everyday Struggle Monday through Thursday on YouTube, 12 p.m.
And I just want to say, LeBron is a god off the court.
Whatever. One more thing.
King on the court. God
I got a
off
job
the
at Dish Nation too, by the way.
Oh, that's an actual job?
Yes.
What you doing?
Talking shit on TV.
Oh, you on the TV show?
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
that's what you do.
I
Aren't
didn't
they
know
on
that.
Bravo?
I
Is that on
started
Bravo?
Monday. It's on Fox.
Fox.
So
That was my
Portia not
first
on there
day.
no more?
She is. She is.
So it's you,
I'm doing
Portia?
part-time right now because I can't live in Atlanta. So I'm just going to be doing maybe 2 every week here and there until I figure out what else I want to do.
Congratulations.
Thank
Black
you.
people getting money.
Yes.
That's what I
It's
like to hear.
fun.
Feel me?
Listen, as always, if you listen to this podcast, what? Hello, what? Oh, John, my fault.
No,
God
that's
damn.
cool.
John been over here
Why
quiet
you
as
trying to
hell.
hold
John.
down white people? That's cool. No, I get it. No, I get it.
We
Discrimination.
treat John like a black woman in here. He's
Yeah,
invisible.
it's cool.
Oh shit.
Like a black female sports reporter.
It's cool. I'm used to it. I'm my comedy tours in Baltimore and DC the rest of the year. InternJohnComedy.com. You can follow me, Intern John Radio.
Hey.
I'm going to check you out because I like comedy. I
really good.
love
I'm
comedy.
check-
You are?
Lit. I like
really
that.
I
Yeah,
love
it's really
comedy.
good. It's good shit.
As always, if you listen to this podcast, you think we're smart, you think we're intelligent, you think we're brilliant, you're absolutely right. But if you listen to this podcast and think we're just a couple idiots who don't know shit, you're right too. It's the brand of this podcast. Thank you for listening. Hey, all you binge watchers out there, I know when you sit down to binge watch your favorite TV shows or catch up on the newest episodes of your favorite shows, I know you like to have a snack, right? And what's better than Ben & Jerry's? Okay? Cozy up with your favorite flavor, available anywhere ice cream is sold, or find a new favorite at benjerry.com. You can try that half-baked that Wayno likes, all right? So you can sit on your couch, binge watch your favorite show, eat ice cream, and think about Wayno. All right? That's benjerry.com.